Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dwyer Stadium. My name is Alex Brasky, here with you for the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. It's Daily News Night at Dwyer Stadium, and what an introduction we have in front of you going on right now. It's the Muckdogs. It's the Auburn DoubleDays getting set to square off in a perfect game, Collegiate Baseball League matchup. Both teams enter this game at 2-1. Both teams starting red hot in the 2022 summer campaign. We're just minutes away from first pitch. A few pregame festivities, as is the norm here at Dwyer Stadium. But we should get to that first pitch shortly between the Dogs and the Days. Once again, my name is Alex Brasky, here with you for the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. Let us take you through the starting lineups for tonight's game, beginning with the Auburn DoubleDays. Cooper Erickson will lead things off and play shortstop. Ryan Cesarini will play center field and bat second. Michael Cervantes, the third baseman, will bat third, while Dylan McKenzie, the first baseman, will clean up. Batting fifth, Kobe Stenson. He is the extra hitter. Batting sixth, Blake Murray, the right fielder. Batting seventh, Connor Brela, the DH. And batting eighth, Caden Graham, the catcher. Batting ninth, Dominic Guccia, the left fielder. And rounding out the DoubleDays lineup is Zach Cohen, the second baseman. Pitching for the DoubleDays tonight, Connor Kinney. And now let us get to the hometown lineup for your Batavia Muckdogs as the KMS dance team is on the field. For Batavia, Levi Aguila, the left fielder, will lead things off, followed by the second baseman, Brian Fry. A Medina High School grad is Fry. Then Tyler Cano, the DH, and Daniel Burroway, the first baseman. Alec Mag, the catcher, followed by Jerry Reinhart, the third baseman. Josh Leadham, the right fielder. Liam Ward, the extra hitter. Gavin Schrader, the center fielder. And Caleb Rodriguez rounding out the Muckdogs lineup, and he will play shortstop. Joshua Millville will toe the slab for the Muckdogs tonight. He will earn the start. And like I said, we're about to get things going here after the KMS dance team finishes their routine. We did have a brief rain delay here tonight, but the rain has since passed, and we're ready for baseball here at Dwyer Stadium. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll take you to public address announcer Paul Spiata, and he'll take you through the pregame proceedings, including the mascot here at Dwyer Stadium, Dewey the dog.
And now, fans, please make some noise as we introduce the starting lineup for your 2022 Batavia Muckdogs, brought to you by Tompkins Bank. Introducing Batavia Muckdog manager Joey Martinez and assistant coach Tom Eaton.
And here are your Batavia Muckdogs.
Now, fans, here's the starting lineup for your Batavia Muckdogs. Leading off playing left field from Felician University, number 18, Levi Aguila. Batting second and playing second base from the University of Toledo and Medina, New York, number 24, Brian Fry. Batting third, the designated hitter from Salt Bay, Virginia University, number 35, Tyler Canoe. In the cleanup spot, playing first base from Auburn Community College in Texas, number 10, Daniel Burroway. Batting fifth and catching from Adelphi University, number 20, Alec May. Batting sixth from the University of Akron and Batavia, New York, the third baseman, number 9, Jerry Reinhardt. Batting seventh. And playing right field from the University of Rochester, number 16, Josh Liam. Batting eighth, tonight's extra hitter from Niagara University and Albion, New York, number 29, Liam Ward. Batting ninth, and playing center field, he'll be attending Niagara University in the fall. He went to Notre Dame High School. Welcome number 2, Kevin Schrader. Batting 10th, the shortstop from Keene University, number 7, Caleb Rodriguez. And the starting pitcher for your Muckdogs, the senior from Fairleigh Dickinson University, number 34, Joshua Millville. And fans now introducing a new promotion here at Muckdog Games, the Tully's Hitman of the Day. It's going to be number 18, Levi Aguilar. If he records a hit this evening, you have a chance to receive a coupon from Tully's on your way out of the ballpark after the completion of tonight's game. And now, the Elba Elementary Student Council will be leading the pledge for our game this evening. The Student Council is in charge of helping to plan events for the elementary school as well as recycling for the entire PK-12 building and helping to build a better community. They are the group of leaders elected by their teachers and peers and have worked very hard at school this year.
A lot of Elbans in attendance here tonight, as a few students from Elba will help lead us in the pledge.
And our thanks go to Oliver, Valentina, Aaliyah, Ethan, Emma, Clara, and Lena for leading the
Great
pledge
job by
for
those youngsters, and we are just about ready for baseball here. Brief rain delay set us back.
And now at this time, we ask that you please remain standing and remove your hats if you haven't.
Oh, we do have the national anthem coming up as well.
Members of Elba Central School's upper elementary and high school chorus.
All right, and a great rendition of the national anthem. And I believe we're now ready for baseball.
Throwing out first pitch today will be the Onion Queen herself, Georgia Luft.
Georgia Luft, the Onion Queen, will throw out tonight's first pitch, so pregame festivities not quite through yet. But once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. My name is Alex Brasky, excited to take you through tonight's matchup between the Muckdogs and the DoubleDays. Both teams come in at 2-1, so it should be a competitive matchup in front of a lively crowd here at Dwyer Stadium. Georgia Luft, the Onion Queen, throws out tonight's first pitch.
Fans, please be aware that balls and bats occasionally enter the stand, so please keep your eyes on the game. In addition,
all right, here we go. Ready to get started. Auburn will lead things off in the top of the first. It's going to be Erickson, Cesarini, and Cervantes getting the DoubleDays started. Erickson attends Wofford College. Plays shortstop tonight. Has started the season red hot, batting .500, 5 hits in 10 at-bats, 4 runs scored, a couple of RBI. Also has a stolen base, does Erickson. DoubleDays last game, a win over Geneva, 11-1. Erickson went 1 for 3 with a run scored and RBI to improve his season average to .500. Actually, that caused it to dip, believe it or not, from .571 down to .500. On base percentage at .538 for the Wofford College freshman. Native of Lincoln, Nebraska. Come a long way to participate in the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, and that should tell you all about the talent that this league is stocked with. And Erickson will go up against Batavia's Joshua Millville. Fairleigh Dickinson College or University, a Lockport, New York native, a sophomore at Fairleigh Dickinson. This will be Millville's first appearance of the season, and it comes on Daily News night at the stadium. That is the Batavia Daily News, sponsoring tonight's proceedings at Dwyer Stadium. And here we go. First pitch from Millville. A little bit low in there for a ball to Erickson. So 73 degrees at first pitch. We did have a bit of precipitation here tonight, but all is well. Talking with groundskeeper Larry Hale before the game, and he said the dirt needed a little bit of rain, so no harm, no foul. We do have baseball here tonight. As a 2-0 count to Erickson, and he's hit. Leadoff base runner for the DoubleDays. So Cesarini steps to the plate with a man on. We're going to get the DoubleDays started, and DoubleDays come into this game at 2-1. It's a line drive to first base, deflects off Burway at first and trickles into right field, and Cesarini will reach And already Auburn threatened for sure, and that will result in a single for Cesarini. So here's Michael Cervantes, University of Louisiana Monroe. And already Millville in a little bit of trouble here in the first. Cervantes enters at 300, 3 for 10 on the season, 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a stolen base, coming off a 1 for 3 performance with a run batted in against Geneva, an 11-1 victory for the DoubleDays in that one. And he's hit. So the bases are loaded up for Auburn here in the top of the first. Millville in a bit of a pickle here. So here comes Dylan McKenzie with the bases loaded and nobody out. As Batavia in a heap of trouble already in this top of the first. McKenzie, a junior at SUNY Cortland, batting .250 on the year. A run scored, 4 RBI for the Canandaigua native. Millville, a good start to McKenzie, a strike on the outer half of the plate. So a hit batsman, a single, another hit batsman has loaded them up for the DoubleDays here in the top of the first. And Millville certainly having a bit of trouble finding the plate in the early going. So 1-1 to McKenzie. He flares that one to the right side. Plenty of room for Burroway over there, who puts it away for the first out of this top of the first. Good range there from Burroway, camping under it to put away McKenzie. So now Kobe Stenson steps to the plate for Auburn. Stenson, a .333 hitter. An RBI, has walked 3 times on the season. So certainly showing plenty of patience early in the season is Stenson. But Millville got just what he needed there. A harmless pop foul put away by Burroway to record the first out here in the top of the first. So that's one step to getting out of this jam. Really self-inflicted with the 2-hit batsman. And that one lifted into right field. Coming on to make the play is Leadham. The tagging and scoring is Erickson for the first run of this ball game. So Auburn takes the early lead on the sac fly from Stenson. Cervantes and Cesarini were forced to stay put. But Erickson scores on the sac fly. 1-0 DoubleDays with 2 away here in the top of the first. So Millville, although he did allow the seal to be broken here tonight, certainly 1 out away from limiting the damage and getting out of this big jam here on the top of the first. So now Blake Murray steps in for Auburn. Nice breaking ball there from Millville. runs the count even at 1-1 to Murray. Murray, a freshman at Georgia Southern University. That one swung on and missed. Millville one pitch away from getting out of this inning with limited damage. Murray 0 for 2 on the season, but with a couple of RBI. So has a chance to record his third and perhaps fourth, but he grounds that one to second. Fry fields, fires the first to Burway, and Millville, a nice job wiggling himself out of trouble to keep his team in the game. 1-0, Auburn takes an early lead. We head to the break, Batavia coming to bat.
Fans, don't forget to stop by the first base line and get your 50-50 tickets. Proceeds go to the Landmark Society of Genesee County. The drawing will be held at the start of the 7th inning. We are now welcoming to the field Elba's spring sports teams. Please give a round of applause for Elba tennis, golf, softball, baseball, and track and field teams.
Tough to see there down the line with the beam in the way, but Elba, quite the spring athletic season. Tennis, golf, track, all champions in Section 5.
For ARC Glow Giveaway Night presented by ARC, call the ticket office at 524-2260 for tickets. Either early
and here you get a look at Auburn's starter, Connor Kinney.
And teachers that will be participating in the Funyun eating contest. I believe there's 3 teachers that are going to be participating at the end of this half inning.
Kinney, a junior at Tufts University. This will be his first appearance of the season. A native of Rancho Santa Fe, California, 6'4", 190 pounds. Certainly a physical specimen. We'll see what kind of stuff he has here tonight. One interesting note tonight, as you see before you, both teams wearing red. I'm not sure if that was a bit of a mix-up, whether or not these teams only have one set of uniforms, but the one distinguishing factor that you have is the black sleeves on Batavia's uniforms. Certainly an interesting optic here for this one. So here comes Levi Aguila for Batavia to lead things off. Felician University Jr. as he takes the first pitch to third base. And Michael Cervantes, that's an easy play for the first out of the bottom of the first. So a nice start for Kinney as Aguila sees his average dip. He came into the game batting .500. It's been a solid start to the season offensively for Batavia. Another player that's gotten off to a fine start is the number 2 hitter, Brian Fry, batting .364. Walked 4 times, stolen a couple of bases. Fry, a Medina High School alumnus, now attends the University of Toledo. And he lifts that one into left center field. That's a base hit for Brian Fry. So Fry reaches, and that one gets away, but Fry will stay put at first base. And that's something that, if you're from the local area, you saw plenty of from Fry during his high school days. Helped lead the Medina baseball team to the championship level and helped lead every team he played on his senior year to the championship level. 4 championships sectionally for Fry during that senior season with the Mustangs. He won a sectional title in soccer, football, basketball, and baseball. So quite the multi-sport athlete. And off to a good start here tonight. Now up for the Muckdogs, Tyler Canoe. Salve Regina University and a Schenectady, New York native. 6'5", 250 pounds, plenty of pop out of the bat of Canu, has yet to get things going. He does have 3 RBI on the season, but batting a slim 182. The 102 Canu is low, now 2-0. That pitch flipped over to first, but Fry able to get back in time. He is a threat to go. Plenty of speed on this Muckdogs team, and Fry right at the top of the list when you think about potential base stealers. That pitch fouled away. A weak swing from Canu, so that runs the count to 2-1. If you're just joining us, Auburn did get on the board in the top of the first. A hit by pitch, a single, another hit by pitch, and then a sac fly off the bat of Kobe Stenson gave the DoubleDays the early lead. So here's the 2-1. That one flared to the right side, foul territory on the run, but unable to make the play was Dylan McKenzie. That runs the count to 2-2. Nice job by Kinney here, battling back from a 2-0 start to this at bat. Now finds himself even at 2-2, a chance to put away the right-hander. Fry swipes second, a stolen base for the Medina grad. So pitch looked good, but ruled a ball. That runs the count full. And Fry, the stolen base, to give Batavia a man in scoring position. So Canu now, the DH, a full count and a man in scoring position. A chance to get Batavia on the board. That pitch low and away. Canu works the walk. So here's Daniel Burway. Burway also spent last season with the Batavia Muckdogs. One of many to return to this roster, including Batavia natives Jerry Reinhardt and Tyler Prospero. Reinhardt in the hole currently as Alec Mag waits on deck. Burway takes a healthy cut. Falls behind early 0-1. Burway attends Elvin Community College in League City, Texas. 6'4", 220, so well-sized, heart of the lineup for the Muckdogs, and a weak swing at a high pitch, and Burway quickly down 0-2. Burway, 333 hitter with 3 RBI on the season, a stolen base for Burway, and 4 runs scored. But Kinney, chance for the strikeout here. But Burway stays alive as he fouls that one away. The 0-2 to Burway high as he lays off that one. Batavia's lost to Niagara, the Niagara Power, on Sunday. Burway 0 for 4. Dipped his average down from 600 to 333 as that one is skied to second base, and camping under it to make the play is Zach Cowan for the second out of the bottom of the first. So 2 on, 2 out for the Dogs as Alec Mag steps to the plate. Mag, a senior at Adelphi University, a native of Center Moriches, New York. 2 RBI on the season for Mag, batting a slim 143 with 2 runs scored. So that a called strike to Mag. Has a chance to get Batavia on the board here and even the score at 1. The 2 outs here is Kinney. Looks to work his way through a clean first. And Mag quickly down 0-2. Kinney likes to work quickly. Doesn't waste much time pacing around. Throws his pitch, gets right back on the rubber. Business-like mentality from the Fairleigh Dickinson University hurler. That one fouled away as Mag stays alive. Mag, the starting catcher here tonight. Excuse me, Kinney, the Tufts University hurler. A little bit of wires crossed there between Millville and Kinney, but Kinney, California native, junior at Tufts University. It's now 1-2 as Mag working a tough at bat here. Breaking ball in there, strike 3. Mag down looking. That's a Turnbull K. That strikeout brought to you by Turnbull Heating and Cooling. So we've reached the end of the first inning. It's a 1-0 lead for Auburn. And here comes Millville back to the mound for Batavia. We'll take a quick break here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel.
Pepsi products available at the main concession stand. Now let's send it down to D-Dog for tonight's Eli Fish promotion.
All right, everybody. So we got some Elwood school kids here, and they are going to eat some Funyuns, and whoever eats it the fastest wins a special prize. Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, and we're back here at Dwyer Stadium, leading things off for the DoubleDays in the top of the second. Connor Brayla. Brayla, the DH, a sophomore at Tufts University, fouls that one away, starts the count 0-1. Brayla is hitless on the season. 0 for 10 to begin the year. That one's sent on the ground foul outside of third. Runs the count to 0-2. The 0-2 to Brayla. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That is a Turnbull K for the first out in the top of the second. So here comes Caden Cram. That is a double K with Caden Cram. Batting 111 on the season with an RBI and a run scored. Cram, a Princeton University sophomore and a native of Sugar Land, Texas. Lifts that one into center field. Retreating to make the play is Gavin Schrader, another Batavia native, getting in on the action. Schrader just graduated high school the other day, Notre Dame High School here in Batavia. Helped lead the Irish baseball team to the sectional final, where they fell to eventual champion Oakfield, Alabama. Now up for Auburn, Dominic Guccia, St. John Fisher Cardinal. And Guccia quickly down 0-2. That one chopped down the third baseline, and that one is thrown away by Mag, and that allows Guccia to move up to second. So a tough play for Mag to make there. So we'll give Guccia the single, the infield single, as he dribbled it down the third baseline, but the throwing error allows him to move up to second and give Auburn a man in scoring position with 2 outs here in the second. Now up Zach Cowan, the 10-hitter. Cowan attends Wofford College and in a big spot here on Daily News Night at the stadium. So if you're Batavia, you'd almost like to see Mag eat that one, as really didn't have much of a chance to throw out a hustling Guccia. And that allowed him to put himself into scoring position, and a 1-0 count now to Cowan. Now quickly 2-0. So 4 base runners for Auburn in the early going against Millville, who has struggled to find the plate at times. 3-0. Now to Cowan. Millville's already hit 2 batters here tonight. So here's the 3-0. Cowan takes a strike. It's now 3-1. So no stats reported for Cowan on the season. Perhaps his first at bat of the year. And now Millville works his way back to a full count. So here's the payoff pitch coming up to Cowan. That one's sent to Fry at second base. Easy does it for the final out of the top of the second. 1 man left for the DoubleDays, and the Muckdogs are coming to bat.
Let's all grow healthier together. And fans would like to thank the Daily News for sponsoring tonight's game and tonight's Meet the Team event. Now let's send it down to D-Dog for the next time's best seats in the house.
Your attention, 2 dating spot down here for tonight's Max Buys Furniture best seat in the house. Max Buys Furniture, where our customers send their friends.
And now let's send it down to the Alba Band. Hitting off for Batavia in the bottom of the second inning, the third base.
All right, and we are back, and Jerry Reinhardt, Batavia native, Batavia High School graduate, now attends the University of Akron, steps to the plate to lead off the bottom of the second. Batavia in need of a run to even the score here as Auburn struck first in the top of the first. As Reinhardt has had a fine start to the season, batting .455, 3 RBI on the year, a triple for Reinhardt. Senior at Akron this year, taking advantage of the rule change in the PGCBL, which allows outgoing seniors to participate and really put their best foot forward as they look to advance to the next level. So 1-2 quickly to Reinhardt. Spoke with a few of the local players here tonight and really just wanted to get their feel on the excitement of playing in front of their hometown fans here at Dwyer Stadium, and they really all said the same thing. It's just kind of a surreal experience to grow up around the stadium and to come back and play on the same field you spent cherishing from the stands. It's quite the experience, and a lot of these kids lucky to be out here playing for the hometown team. And for a Monday night, quite the crowd here at Dwyer Stadium. I know they had nearly 4,000 or perhaps over 4,000 people at the home opener on Saturday night. Not nearly that many here tonight, but still a good crowd, like I said, for a Monday evening matchup. So Reinhardt flies that one to right field, put away by Blake Murray for the first out here in the bottom of the second. So now Josh Leadham will step to the plate for the Muckdogs. Leadham, a junior at the University of Rochester, a Rhode Island native. This is Leadham's first at-bat of the year. Quickly 1-0. So I'll tell you what, Kinney does not waste much time. Both of these pitchers working relatively quickly, at least in the early going here. So 2-0 now to Leadham, and that one sent outside of third and foul. 2-1. Two-1 to Leadham, swung on, foul tipped into the glove of Auburn catcher Caden Cram. It's now even at 2-2 to Leadham. That one swung on, sent outside of third and foul. So Leadham stays alive. Leadham takes a pitch in the dirt. Now a full count to the University of Rochester junior. Leadham 6'2", 190 pounds. Playing right field here this evening. As that pitch fouled away down the left field line, and Muckdogs manager Skip Martinez incensed with that call. He thought it was a fair ball. So Skip Martinez thought he saw chalk. But Leadham forced to go at it again. This time grounded sharply to third, and Leadham put away for the second out.
Batting eighth, the extra hitter, number 29, Liam Ward.
Now Liam Ward steps to the plate, another local kid Niagara University, Purple Eagle, but an Albion native is Ward. He'll step into the right-handed batter's box, looking to improve upon his solid start to the season. He started 2 for 4 with 4 RBI on the year. An 0-1 to Ward with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Pitch a called strike, 1-2 now to Ward. That one fouled away. Ward stays alive. And the Muckdogs lost to Niagara. Ward finished 2 for 2 with all 4 of his RBI coming in that game. Started the season with an 0 for 2 night in the Muckdogs season opener against Elmira on June 3rd. A win for the Muckdogs, 8-2. They followed that up with a win in their home opener and then went on the road to Niagara last night and suffered their first setback of the season. Back and forth game in that game against Niagara last night. We'll tell you a little bit about it. That one skied into foul territory, and running over to make the catch for the 3rd out of the bottom of the second is Auburn catcher Caden Cram, avoiding a collision with first baseman Dylan McKenzie. And we've reached the end of the second. It's still 1-0 Auburn. We'll take a quick break here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel.
And fans, welcome to the field the Alba High School cheerleaders who took first place in the 2021 Genesee Region Championships. And they feature one of our own, the captain of the Muckdogs Diamond Dance Team, Lindsay Angelo. This evening, get yourself the latest Muckdogs gear, hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, warm-ups, baseballs, and much more.
All right, and we're back here at Dwyer Stadium.
Leading off the top of the 3rd, shortstop number 16, Cooper Erickson.
Alex Brasky here with you for the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. It is the top of the 3rd inning, and Auburn leads it 1-0. DoubleDays are back at the top of the lineup. Cooper Erickson, who was hit by a pitch to lead off tonight's game, later came around to score on the sac fly off the bat of Kobe Stenson. He steps in and quickly ahead in the count, 2-0. We told you we'd tell you a little bit about the Muckdogs game on Sunday. Sunday afternoon matchup with the Niagara Power as that pitch in there for a strike. Muckdogs suffered their first loss of the season, 9-8 at the hands of the Power. Batavia was clinging to an 8-7 lead entering the bottom of the 9th inning, but Niagara struck for 2 runs in the home half to walk it off and push Batavia to 2-1, while Niagara also moved to 2-1 on the season. So time is called here as the count runs to 2-2. But in that game against Niagara, Batavia began the game with a 3-0 lead after 2.5 innings before Niagara struck for 4 runs in the bottom of the third to take their first lead of the game. Muckdogs answered with a run of their own in the top of the fourth to tie the score, while the two teams continued to trade the lead over the next 5 innings before entering the ninth tied at 7. Tyler Canoe provided a go-ahead RBI double in the top of the ninth to give Batavia the lead heading into the bottom of the ninth of that game. But it was all for naught, as Peyton Elis gave the Power their first base runner in the bottom of the ninth as he was hit by a pitch with 1 out before Mike Huff delivered a double to left field, advancing Elis to third. And then Alex Diesman then singled, scoring Elis. And Michael Stelrecht followed with an RBI bunt single, scoring Huff as the winning run. A couple of suicide squeezes in that game for the Power, helped them win that game as ball 4 to Erickson, and he works the walk. He's been on base twice tonight. So here's Ryan Cesarini stepping in for the DoubleDays now. Cesarini improved upon his .333 average, which he entered the game with. Had a single in the first inning. Advanced to second on the hit by pitch to Michael Cervantes, but he would stay there as Millville was able to wiggle out of trouble for the Muckdogs. Millville will try the pickoff throw to first, but Erickson able to get back in time. So here's the 1-0 count to Cesarini. One fouled away, 1-1. So as I've mentioned before, tonight is Daily News Night at the stadium, sponsoring the meet and greet with the Elba students and the Batavia Muckdogs players, and also handing out gift baskets, or gift bags, I should say, on the way in if you were lucky enough to get one of those, as Erickson is caught stealing. Beautiful throw on the hop from Mag. As Rodriguez, I believe, was able to come over and apply the tag. So base runner erased. Count is 2-1. One away here in the top of the third. Tough for me to tell who made that tag, looking up through the camera viewfinder and looking back down at the field, but beautiful throw from Mag made it easy, as Erickson was caught stealing. So Cesarini swung on and missed for the second out of this top of the third. That is a Turnbull K.
Third baseman number 5, Michael Cervantes.
So here comes Cervantes. As I said before, he was hit by a pitch his first time up. Remained at first as Stenson scored Erickson with the sac fly. That pitch grounded up the middle and out of the reach of Rodriguez, so Cervantes has himself a single. He's reached base twice tonight. So here comes McKenzie, popped out in foul territory for the first out of the first inning. An easy pop-up to first baseman Daniel Burroway. That helped Millville work his way out of trouble in the top of the first, allowing only the 1 run. Could have been worse, as Auburn loaded them up with nobody out in the top of the first, but Millville able to navigate his way out of trouble, allowing just the 1 run. That pitch just off the plate for a ball to McKenzie. 2-away here in the top of the third. Batavia looking to put up another 0, bring their offense back to the plate. turned into a relatively nice night here at Dwyer Stadium. The sun is tucked behind the clouds, but we did see some rain before first pitch. It did lead to a brief rain delay. Also disrupted my pregame interview with a few of the players and manager Skip Martinez. Had to move Skip's interview inside, and by the time we were done, we were thankfully able to work our way back outside with the players, but had to call a quick audible. And that's what you deal with in the game of baseball, certainly at the mercy of Mother Nature on certain occasions. But it was a good discussion with Coach Skip Martinez before the game, laid out his expectations for the club this year. Missed the playoffs last year, but worked their way to a successful season nonetheless. And really the goal this year is a playoff spot, although owner Robbie Nichols in our preseason interview did guarantee a championship to me. Skip a little bit less bullish and just settling for the playoff spot is his primary expectation for his team this season. As the single off the bat of McKenzie gives Auburn 2 on with 2 out here in the top of the third. And that will prompt a mound visit for the Muckdogs here. Coach Martinez had plenty of good things to say about the city of Batavia and their support of this team. It's really been a strong start to the Batavia Muckdogs PGCBL era. If you know the history of the team, they began in the minor leagues for years. Short season single A before Major League Baseball's initiative to kill minor league baseball and thus eliminating the Muckdogs from the fold. But the PGCBL has been there as a soft landing spot. And that pitch in there for a strike to lead things off to Kobe Stenson, the RBI man for Auburn here tonight. Another chance here with a man in scoring position as Cervantes awaits on second base. That pitch in the dirt. Nice job by Mag sliding over to keep the runners put. Working like a goalie there, and I've seen plenty of that in recent weeks with the Stanley Cup playoffs. Exciting Stanley Cup playoffs. Sabres didn't quite make the cut this year, but maybe next year. Then again, maybe not. A little bit of a rough go for the old Sabres in recent seasons. Let Jack Eichel go and turn to a young core and really won over the community this year, but we'll see if they can put it all together next year. History says no, as the Sabres do have the longest active playoff drought in the NHL, beyond 10 seasons. I don't know if you heard that over the mic, but someone's screaming bloody murder here at Dwyer Stadium. I hope everything's okay. That one upstairs, 2-2 now to Stenson as he looks to drive in another run. That one looped into right field. Coming on and unable to make the play was Josh Leadham. And one run will score. It's Cervantes coming around from second. And Stenson able to advance to second as McKenzie moves to third. So it's a 2-0 ball game. Another RBI for Stenson as Leadham gave it the old college try, coming on, making a diving attempt, but unable to make the play. And heads up defense from Brian Fry there at second base for the Muckdogs, able to chase down the loose ball and get it back into the infield before another run was able to come around to score. So it's now a 2-0 ball game. Auburn extends its lead with 2 outs here in the top of the third. So Cervantes has reached twice. 1 for 1 with a run scored. And Stenson 1 for 1 with 2 RBI. That one fouled straight back. 0-2 now to Blake Murray, the right fielder. So Millville now in a heap of trouble with 2 outs, although he's ahead in the count 0-2, and that pitch, a waste pitch on the outer half, off the plate for a ball. Murray a chance to really break this game open in the early going as Stenson. What a night for him. So here's the 1-2 to Murray. Swung on and missed. Millville out of the inning, but not before Auburn strikes again. It's now 2-0 DoubleDays. We head to the bottom of the third. Batavia will send Batavia native and Notre Dame high school grad Gavin Schrader to the plate to lead off the bottom of the third.
Turnbull Heating and Cooling at this time. We would like to recognize our own volunteer and security guard, Dave Fisher. Dave joined the U.S. Army right out of high school, serving 4 years of active duty. He served overseas during both the Noriega conflict in Panama, as well as Desert Storm in Iraq, as a member of the 3rd Armored Division Spearhead. Dave received a number of medals while in service, with some being a Good Conduct Medal, Civil Defense Medal, a Southeast Asia Medal with 2 Bronze Stars, an Iraq War Vet Medal, and Overseas Medal. As a service-connected disabled veteran, Dave continues to be involved with his fellow veterans through the Patriot Guard Riders of New York. Please give a round of applause to our very own Dave Fisher. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out to the park this evening. Remember that Muckdog Games is a great way to bring the group together, whether it's a school, church, or business, or a youth organization. Muckdogs are able to offer great picnic options for your organization or business. Reserve your group today by calling the Muckdog office 585-524-2260 and go Dogs!
All right, and we're back here at Dwyer Stadium. Schrader stepping to the plate for the Muckdogs, who trail the DoubleDays 2-0, entering the bottom of the third inning. DoubleDays have done it with 4 base hits, a couple of errors on part of the Muckdogs. The Dogs with only 1 hit through 2 innings, and that came off the bat of Medina High School grad Brian Fry with 1 out in the top of the first, but since then, it's been nothing doing for Batavia. So Schrader steps in. A healthy hack swings through it. Down 0-1. Caleb Rodriguez awaits on deck, followed by Batavia's top of the order. Schrader has plans to attend Niagara University next season, and plenty of Niagara University blood on this team, including Liam Ward and Tyler Prospero. That one down the line, and a nice running catch made by the Auburn left fielder Dominic Guccia to retire Schrader for the first out here in the bottom of the third. So here comes Rodriguez to the plate. flavor there from Rodriguez on the walk-up song.
Rodriguez hits it foul territory behind first base, settling underneath it to put it away.
But Rodriguez quickly retired for the second out as he pops out to Dylan McKenzie over there at first base. So 2 away for the Muckdogs here in the bottom of the third. Rodriguez still looking for his first hit of the season. He's now 0 for 3. So here's Aguila. Just under a 500 hitter for Batavia this season. Takes a ball, 1-0 to begin the at-bat. In Batavia's loss to Niagara, Aguila, a triple, a double, and a single, so a home run away from the cycle. 4 runs scored for the Muckdogs leadoff hitter. Also a couple of stolen bases. Really broke out in that game. Entered the game 0 for 4, but his 3 for 4 night, or excuse me, entered the night 0 for 3, but his 3 for 3 night leaves him at 500. So it's been a strong start to the season for Aguila. 2-2 now to the Dogs' leadoff man. Low and away, runs the count full. That one smashed down the left field line, but well foul. Count will remain full. Payoff pitch in the dirt. Aguila able to work his way on. Muckdogs have a 2-out base runner.
Second baseman number 24, Brian Fry.
So here's Fry, 1 for 1 on the night. He's led off with a strike. It's just off the plate, 1-1 now to Brian Fry. Ooh, that one just missed. Now 2-1 to Fry. Kinney looking to work his way through another clean inning. It's been a strong start for the Auburn starter. Fry was on the move. That one fouled away, so he'll have to retreat to first base. See they're running out baseballs. Eric Mozicki, team manager for the Batavia Muckdogs, and really just extraordinaire, does it all for this Batavia Muckdogs team. Does a great job assisting in any way needed. He's really a vital part to this program here in Batavia. That one's sent in the air to left field, and that's going to split the outfielders. Fry rounds second. Now he's rounding third. Fry will look to score, and the ball gets away, and Fry able to cross home for the Muckdogs' first run of the evening. A blast off the bat of Tyler Cano. Or excuse me, a blast off the bat of Brian Fry. Scores Levi Aguila. And the Muckdogs are on the board. 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. So Aguila, the base runner, who worked the walk. Blast off the bat of Fry, splits the outfielders in left center. Aguila comes around to score. And the Muckdogs are within one. So Fry, 2 for 2 on the night. A single and a double, and now an RBI. As Aguila able to come around for the run score. 2 out RBIs. That's how you win ball games, folks. And Brian Fry coming up big for the Dogs. And now the heart of the order, stepping to the plate for Batavia, Tyler Cano and Daniel Burroway awaiting on deck. That pitch in the dirt. Now we have a Let's Go Muckdogs chant going on here at Dwyer Stadium. Crowd getting into it following that blast off the bat of Brian Fry. 2-0 now to Cano. As Kinney touched up for the first time tonight. And having trouble responding, it's now 3-0 to Cano. So the 3-0 pitch to Cano in there for a strike. We'll continue the at-bat here with 2 outs. Fry awaits on third base. What a start to the season for Brian Fry. A late addition to this Muckdogs roster has improved his average up from 364 with 2 base hits here tonight. The second, a 2-base hit, a 2 RBI double, which scored Levi Aguila to give the Muckdogs their first run of the game. That one off the bat of Cano, fielded by Auburn's Cooper Erickson for the final out of the bottom of the third. We head to the fourth. It's a 1-run ball game here at Dwyer Stadium.
Or D, 8 weeks. 4 days, what do we think, fans? Yeah? It is not 4 days, but we'll give you a second chance, though. So, again, A, 2 to 3 days, C, 1 day, or D, 8 weeks? Good question. 2 to 3 days. And that is correct. Let's give a round of applause! Your special prize, 2 tickets to a Muckdogs game.
All right, take it over, Elba Band.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium, top half of the fourth inning, and we have a brand new game. Batavia coming up with a huge run in the bottom of the third to respond to Auburn's second.
All right, and we're back here for the top of the fourth inning. Batavia strikes for the first time tonight. If you were a little bit confused on the call, it was Levi Aguila scoring the first run of the game for Batavia on the RBI double off the bat of Brian Fry. Aguila worked the walk to give Batavia the 2-out base runner, and Fry comes through with the clutch double. So leading things off for Auburn now in the top of the fourth, Connor Brayla. Brayla still looking for his first hit of the season. Struck out his first time up as that pitch gets away from Mag. 1-1 now.
So for Auburn, after allowing that one run to score, I'm sure they'd love to be able to answer again and reestablish that multiple run lead. Again, takes in from the right side. Here comes the pitch.
That pitch fouled away and out of play. 1-2 now to Brayla. It was a fun opening night here at Dwyer Stadium. Batavia came away with a big victory, 6-4 over the Elmira Pioneers, the other team owned by Muckdogs owners, the Nichols family. Several local standouts helped the Muckdogs in that victory, including Schrader, who had a 2-run single, and Reinhardt, who was 2 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Also, Fry had a hit and scored a run. Tyler Prospero got the start for the Muckdogs in that game and worked 3 clean innings with 3 strikeouts. As that one hit through shortstop and third, and that's going to be a base hit for Connor Brayla. So a good start for Auburn, here in the top of the fourth. They look to get one back after the Muckdogs got on the board in the home half of the third. So Millville has had plenty of time working out of the stretch tonight, as Auburn has had no shortage of base runners. 8 base runners already for the DoubleDays through 3 innings of play. Cram squares the bunt, gets it down. A solid sacrifice there from Cram as Brayla moves up to second. So man in scoring position for the DoubleDays now. So here comes Guccia, the St. John Fisher Cardinal. A lot of local flavor in this game here tonight. Rochester, Buffalo, beyond. Good to see local athletes doing well. 1-0, the start to Guccia. Big spot for Millville here as his team comes through with a run. You'd hate to give it right back. It's really a chess match thus far here at Dwyer Stadium. 2 good friends going at it as Joe Skip Martinez and Ben Julian. A lot of history coaching against one another, and talked with both of them before the game. They're plenty excited to lock horns here tonight, and it won't be the only time these 2 teams meet up this season, so I'm sure there will be plenty of friendly trash talk and otherwise between the two longtime friends as they battle it out here in the PGCBL. So Gucci reaches via the walk, and that will prompt a quick mound visit from Mag. Try to settle down his starter. So 1 out here in the top of the 4th, 2-1 ball game. Auburn in the lead. 2 men on for the DoubleDays. And now the 10-hitter, Zach Cowan, steps to the plate. Cowan grounded out to second his last time up, and boy, would the Muckdogs take that. A potential double play ball is what Millville is in need of currently. That one flared to the left side and through for a base hit. Rounding third is Brayla, but he's caught up in between home and third, and now we have a pickle. Reinhardt tosses it home to Mag. He chases Brayla back to third, which is occupied by Gucci. And what do we have here? We have an out. Who is going to be ruled out is the question, and that is Gucci, as he will trot off as the second out of the top of the 4th has been recorded in quite unconventional fashion. As you saw, Brayla round third, but the quick relay in from the Muckdogs caught him up between home and third. And a smart play by Mag chasing him back to third, which was occupied by Gucci. So Gucci represents your second out of this top of the 4th. Brayla will remain on third. Cowan advanced to second on the throw, but he'll record the single, which moved Brayla all the way up to third, and now we have a mound visit and a potential pitching change. Here, as it looks as if Millville has perhaps thrown his final pitch here tonight. And we do, as Millville steps off with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. 2 runners on for the DoubleDays. So the Muckdogs go to the bullpen, looking to keep the score right where it is. And stepping in for the Dogs, another hometown name that you might be familiar with, Alex Hale, Batavia graduate, helped lead Batavia to a sectional title a few years ago. So Hale on for the Muckdogs.
Fans, your attention please. Now pitching for Batavia, Batavia's own number 66, Alex Hale. Hale now pitching for your Batavia Muckdogs.
Still responsible for the runners on second and third, but his officials say a pitching was over after 4 innings. And he made a lot of big pitches too. He kept the ball game. He really had to drive, but he kept them in the game and got respected for that. As this remains a 3-1 game here in the top half of the 4th inning.
Shortstop number 16, Cooper.
So here's Hale on for the Dogs. Hale attends Niagara County Community College, is a sophomore. This is his second appearance of the season. He's previously worked a clean 1/3 of an inning against Elmira in Batavia's season opener. You may have noticed a difference on the screen. We have brightened up the picture a bit for you. A little bit of technical adjustment made. As I'm working the scoreboard, the camera, the play-by-play, and Trying to do my best to tell you the story of each team as well. Doing our best to Friday a good product here on Daily News Night. Is that one sky to the left side behind third base. Reinhardt running over with Rodriguez, who will camp under it for the final out here in the top of the fourth. So a nice job by Hale coming on to retire Auburn and leave two men stranded. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. Batavia will send Burroway, Mag, and Reinhardt to the plate to lead off the home half of the inning.
Don't forget there's a 50-50 going on by the first baseline. Get your 50-50 tickets tonight. Proceeds go to the Landmark Society of Genesee County. The drawing will be held at the start of the seventh inning. And fans, at this time, we the Muckdogs of Batavia's Original would like to recognize tonight's feature of the game, Marie Camasulo. Marie has been a kindergarten teacher at Alba Elementary for 3 years, and she says she's the luckiest teacher ever to be always surrounded by the most amazing students who love learning as much as she loves to teach them. Tonight, Marie enjoyed a Muckdog game courtesy of Batavia's Original. Congratulations to teacher Marie Camasulo. All right, fans, leading off for Batavia in the bottom of the fourth, number 10, the first baseman, Daniel Burroway.
All right, here we go. Burroway steps at the plate to lead off the bottom of the fourth, 2-1 ball game. Auburn in the lead. Give you a quick recap how we got here. Auburn struck first in the top of the first. Cooper Erickson came around to score after he was hit by a pitch to lead off the game. Scored on a sac fly off the bat of Kobe Stenson. And then in the top of the third, Michael Cervantes reached on a 2-out single, and later came around to score on an RBI single off the bat of Stenson. So a solid night for Stenson. Gave Auburn a 2-0 lead before Batavia got one back in the bottom half of the third as Brian Fry, his second hit of the game, an RBI double, scored Levi Aguila, who reached on a walk. And that came with 2 outs to bring the score where it is currently at 2-1. That one fouled to the right side and out of play. Evens the count at 2-2 to Batavia's first baseman, Daniel Burroway.
But at this point, Auburn's got to be scratching their head a little bit at how they have just 2 runs despite having traffic almost every inning. The next pitch is across the inside corner. Strike 3 is called.
Burroway down looking. He did not like the call. That is a Turnbull K. So Mag, first pitch swinging, sent deep into the air in right field, but camping under it to make the play is Blake Murray for the second out of this bottom of the fourth.
Next up for Batavia, third baseman number 9, Jerry Reinhardt.
So here's Reinhardt now. Flew out to right field his first time up. Looking to get his team a 2-out base runner. 1-2 now to Reinhardt. Crowd remaining into it here at Dwyer Stadium. As Reinhardt down swinging for another turnbull K. We've reached the end of the 4th inning. It's a 2-1 ball game. Auburn in the lead.
No runners left on base. Fans, make sure to visit the concession stand for Salem's Hot Dogs, the official hot dog of your Muckdogs. Hamburgers, nachos, and much, much more are also available at the concession stand. Beverages include ice cold beer, Bully Hill wine, and wine slushies, as well as a large assortment of Pepsi products available at our main concession stand. Now, fans, let's hear it for the KMS Diamond Dance Team. Leading off the top of the 5th for the DoubleDays, center fielder number 10, Ryan Cesarini.
All right, here we go for the top of the 5th. Auburn back to the plate. It's Ryan Cesarini. He's reached base once tonight on a single in the top of the 1st. Struck out his next time up. That one lifted into right field. Coming on to make a diving catch for the first out of the top of the 5th. What a play from Muckdogs right fielder Josh Leadham, coming in to make the beautiful snag. Scooped it just before it hit the turf. Looked to get a poor jump on the ball, but certainly made up for it with a heck of a play in right field for the first out of the top of the 5th. What a play from Josh Leadham. So Leadham has had to come in and dive at a couple of balls tonight. That one he was able to snag. The first one went under his glove, got by him, and Fry was forced to chase it down. But Leadham, nice play in right field there. So breaking ball from Hale off the plate. 2-0 now to Auburn's Michael Cervantes. So 3-1 from Hale now. Continuing to battle against Cervantes. Cervantes has reached twice tonight, was hit by a pitch in the first, singled and came around to score in the third. That pitch in the dirt. So a walk issued by Hale. That'll give Auburn a one-out base runner.
First baseman number 25, Dylan McKenzie.
Stenson Swings through the first pitch for a strike. Stenson has had quite the day. You've heard me mention his name. McKenzie now at the plate. So McKenzie, as Stenson awaits on deck. Same could be said for McKenzie. He does have a single. Reached third base in the top of the third. Popped out to first, his first time up. So Auburn in the lead, 2-1. Hale now on the mound in relief of Millville, who got the start for Batavia. Millville went 3 2/3. Hale came on to get the final out of the fourth. 1-1 now to McKenzie.
By this point, last starting at Stewart, they already had close to double-digit runs. Right now, just 2. This is kind of repeating what happened when they were on the road against Utica. The game they lost 4-1.
The 1-1 breaking ball in there for a strike on the outer half. Nice pitch there from Hale.
2-6-0 here for Auburn. 1-3-2 for Batavia. Once again, digs it from the right side. It's going to be a 1-2. Another pickoff.
Snap throw to first, not in time.
Slide gets back in easily.
So Cervantes, a threat to go, reached via the walk. Batavia keeping a close eye on him as McKenzie faces a 1-2 count at the plate. That one sent on the ground foul near the Batavia dugout.
First baseman Daniel Burroway is holding him on for the Muckdogs. Again, thank you for making us a part of your Monday evening here on the Batavia Muckdogs Baseball Network. John Groove on the call. Auburn with a 2-1 lead over Batavia in the top of the fifth.
So here's the 1-2 count to McKenzie. That one fouled away. Doing a nice job staying alive.
Third, and the count remains 1-2. For Hal, he's been good so far this season. With Batavia, he came in the home opener. He only got 1 out, but it set up Carlos Rodriguez to get his first save of the year. And then you add on to the fact that he came out in relief here. Hal has been very good.
That one sent on the ground to third. Off the glove of Reinhardt
Off the glove of Reinhardt.
into left field.
And so Auburn
In 2 on and 1 out now for Auburn.
ran out. That was a hard hit ground
Tough play for Reinhardt. We're going to give McKenzie a single
field grass.
as Stenson once again in the thick of things with a chance to do further damage for his team, which already leads 2-1.
Here we go. Number 3, Kobe Stenson, and he has loved these situations so far tonight. Already has 2 RBIs. He is responsible for the Auburn offense. Stenson digs into the right side of the plate. Taking their leads off first and second. And now time is called as Hal was mid-windup.
Timeout there. Hale certainly not appreciative of the timing of that timeout call as he's in the middle of his windup. Two on, 1 out for the DoubleDays, who already lead it 2-1. And Hale starts Stenson with a ball. That pitch in there for a strike evens a count at 1-1.
1-1 on its way.
1-1 to Stenson. Big spot for Hale.
Swung on and missed that time.
Tipped into the glove of Mag. 1-2 now on Stenson.
Went right over an off-speed breaking pitch. 1-2.
Stenson, the extra hitter tonight. An interesting addition to this Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Just trying to get as many bats into the lineup as possible. Have these players showcase their talents to whether it be future colleges, their current colleges, or prospective professional organizations. So that one just missed. 2-2. Drawing a bit of oohs and ahs from the crowd. Muckdogs faithful wanted a strike there. So here's the 2-2 from Hale, with 2 on here in the top of the 5th. Breaking ball in there for a strike. That is a Turnbull K. Stenson down looking. So Murray now steps to the plate. 0 for 2 on the night. Struck out his last time up. A ground out to second base in the first inning, as Hale will look to get out of trouble here in the top of the 5th and keep the score right where it is. Time is called as a baseball has come onto the field and foul ground on the right field line. I believe it came from the Auburn bullpen.
Most likely, with Cervantes' speed, that's going to bring him home and give Auburn another run. We'll see if Cal can get out of it, though. First pitch comes set. Swung on and right over the top. 0-1. Murray gets in left side. Cal toes the rubber from the first base side of the mound.
So 0-1
Second
to Murray.
for Hale trying to keep that runner on second, especially close. Pitch is downstairs inside, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Once again, stands in left side of the plate. 1-1 about to come home. Hale getting the sign. It'll be a 1-1 delivery. Swung out, popped him up.
That one popped up behind the plate. Mag working near the screen, and a nice play. That's not as easy as it looks, folks. Mag made his way to the screen, found the fly ball coming down, able to secure it in the glove for the final out of the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom half of the frame. Batavia looking to come back and even the score, perhaps take the lead. They trail it 2-1.
Placing it in the receptacle located by each exit of the ballpark. We thank you for your help. And now, any fans 12 and under, please report to the third baseline for the Grand Corporation Kids Run. After the 5th inning ends, all kids will be able to run the bases before the 6th inning starts. So please report to the third base side by the Grand Corporation sign if you would like to participate. Now let's send it down to D-Dog.
Muckdog Mafia! I'm over here with C for today's Horizon Health Tip. Anxiety disorders are the most common mental health disorders in adolescents. At any given time, 1 in 8 adolescents meet clinical criteria for an anxiety disorder. Thank you, C.
So Auburn has made a call to the bullpen, as that's it for Connor Kinney.
Now pitching for Auburn, number 4, Bobby Curry. Curry now pitching for the DoubleDays.
Bobby Curry now into the game for the DoubleDays. This will be Curry's first appearance of the season. The left-hander coming in with a 1-run lead, looking to keep it right there. But the Muckdogs looking to do some damage here in the bottom of the 5th, as they will send Josh Leadham, Liam Ward, and Gavin Schrader to the plate to lead off the frame.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for your Muckdogs, right fielder number 16, Josh Leadham.
And Gavin Schrader to follow in the Muckdog lineup. Next pitch is off the plate down in.
1-1 to Leadham to lead off this at bat in the bottom of the 5th. A low-scoring affair thus far. Leadham looking to change that. A soft ground ball to short and a nice play in the hole made by Cooper Erickson for the first out at the bottom of the 5th.
Extra hitter number 29, Liam Ward.
Ward starts the 1-0 count here. Ward ahead in the count now, looking to do some damage with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Get Batavia a base runner as they look to work their way back from this 1-run deficit. Is Brian Fry, the run producer for Batavia here tonight, an RBI double, scoring Levi Aguila.
But we know how resilient the Muckdogs are. They can never be counted out of the game. And you know the way this offense can explode. Just one half inning can change this whole game and turn it on its ear. The 3-1 slow.
That pitch hit right back at Curry, and he makes the out at first. So a hard hit ball off the bat of Ward. That's the second out of this bottom of the 5th as Schrader steps to the plate for the Muckdogs.
Next up for your Muckdogs, the center fielder number 2, Gavin Schrader.
It's only taken him 6 pitches to dispatch of the first 2 hitters. Yeah, the pitch is swung on and missed. Blew it by him that time.
0-1 to Schrader.
Schrader from the left side with the knees bent. Ready to go. It'll be an 0-1.
That one's sent in the air to center field. Coming on hard to make the play is Cesarini.
For Batavia in the bottom of the 5th, no runs on no hits or no errors.
So Batavia goes down 1-2-3 in the 5th. We head to the 6th. It's still a 2-1 ball game.
It's time for the Grand Corporation Kids Run. Let's give all the kids a big hand. Thanks once again to Grant Corporation for sponsoring the Muckdogs Fifth Run. This season you can connect with the Dogs like never before with exclusive content on our social media platforms. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
We are back here at Dwyer Stadium as we go to the sixth inning. It is Auburn clinging to a 1-run lead, 3-1.
Leading off the top of the sixth inning, designated hitter number 24, Connor Brayla.
All right, here we go. Back to action at Dwyer Stadium. It's a 2-1 ball game. Auburn in the lead over Batavia. It's Batavia Daily News night at Dwyer. Been an exciting ball game, a low-scoring affair. Both teams' starter has been chased as Batavia's own Alex Hale continues to work from the rubber, and he faces Connor Brayla. And it's 0-1 to Brayla to begin the sixth. Brayla 1 for 2 on the night. He did have a single, was sacrificed to second, but he was left stranded in the fourth. He also struck out in the second inning. And a good outing thus far for Hale. Came on with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Was able to induce a pop out to the shortstop off the bat of Cooper Erickson to end the threat. That one drilled into center field, and Schrader is on the run. And it rolls all the way to the wall. And that's an easy double for Connor Brayla, who leads off the sixth and gives Auburn an immediate man in scoring position. Boy, was that ball crushed as that spun Schrader, chased him all the way to the wall. And Brayla now standing on second with a double.
So here comes the catcher, Caden Graham, number 32, standing in from the right side of the plate. Looking in his Hale, we'll see if he can get out of his own jam now.
So Hale starts Caden Cram with a breaking ball, 0-1 to the Auburn catcher.
For Auburn, but still only 2 runs to show for it.
Cram 0 for 1, a sacrifice bunt
He will await a no ball, 1 strike
in the fourth.
Pitch is thrown, swung on, and
That one sent into center field. Schrader this time will be able to chase it down, camp under it for the first out of the top of the sixth.
away. It is number 24, Connor Brayla. So 1 gone, and the runner still in scoring position. That's a big out there for Hale.
Fielder number 17, Dominic Lucia.
So good response from Hale there. Hale there. Say that 5 times fast. Following the blasted double off the bat of Brayla, able to
Hale working out of the
get the fly out for the first out.
only the second
Now up to bat, Dominic Guccia. He's reached base twice tonight. 1 for 1 with a single and a walk.
as Magnoon Corrales, and the count 1-0, but prevented the runner from moving to third. So 1-0 with the runner on second and 1 out. Lucia standing in. Waiting for his pitch, trying to extend the lead. And that is upstairs and inside lookout. Up and in his wheelhouse. Forced him to back off the plate. 2-0. Dangerous pitch up coming here for Hale. 2-0. You can't prove one with that runner on second.
So 2-0 to Guccia now.
Driver's seat, 2 balls, no strikes. Runner takes his lead off second. That's Brayla. Pitch is Swung on, fights it
Pitch
off.
looped into right field,
And going back and then
and Leadham retreats to make the play.
the right fielder that time for Batavia. Another nice play. They'll throw it back. Meanwhile,
Looked like Leadham came in on that ball and then was forced to retreat.
Second baseman number 8.
But he was able to lock it up for the second out, and now Hale one batter away, one out away
run ball game.
from erasing the leadoff double off the bat of Brayla. Cowan, the 10-hitter, up to bat. His reach base once on a single, also grounded out to third.
Righty Hale is on mound. Runner not being held on at second. Here comes the pitch. And that is off the plate, a bit high and away. And the count 1-0. On the scoreboard 2-8-0 for Auburn, looking to extend, as right now they're just nursing that lead. And it is 1-3-2
Auburn looking
for your Muckdogs.
for an insurance run here.
Pitch is upstairs.
That pitch off the plate to run the count to 2-0
Plate and the count 1.
to Cowan.
And now time was called. Looking to see what happened is now the runner is over on third. It was a balk.
So a balk has been called. So Brayla advances to third
So no pitch for the runner.
with 2 outs here and a 1-0 count, as that was ruled a no pitch.
So a big opportunity now. Another run 90 feet away.
Hale just misses 2-0. Muckdogs crowd wanted a strike there.
As Hale now finding himself in a big time jam. Runner on third and 2 men out. As again a balk was called. So that's going to allow Brala to take his lead off of third. Pitch is across the outside corner, gets the call, and it's 2-1.
So strike in there
Vantage point, looking to see it did
to Cowan. It's now 2-1.
that would have been called a block, but the second base umpire
Big at bat in this game is
allowed that
a low-scoring affair. Batavia looking to keep it right here at 2-1,
and that is downstairs inside.
but it's now 3-1 with the leadoff hitter Erickson awaiting on deck.
Cowan again digs in from the left side. Now from the first base side of the rubber. Meanwhile on deck again, danger alert as it's
So here comes the 3-1
on deck. Should come
to Cowan.
and he will reach.
No one up and away, a 2-out walk issued by Hale.
So now runners on the corners with 2 men out for Auburn.
So now 2 on, 2 out for the DoubleDays.
Here is Cooper Erickson, and he has
Hale will be forced to wiggle out of trouble once again.
Shortstop number 16, Cooper Erickson.
that low in this game. Again, with 2 outs, remember, runners are going to be off with contact, the crack of the bat. So any deep drive down the line or into the gap probably gets 2 runs home, and that may just be enough for Auburn, the way Batavia's offense is going tonight. But Auburn has had a few chances to launch a potential knockout blow and haven't been able to do it. We'll see if they do so right here. Cooper Erickson standing in, right side of the plate. Righty against
So
righty.
2 away, 2 on, runners on the corners for the DoubleDays. Hale looking to wiggle out of trouble.
Pitch is
Breaking
off
ball.
the plate, down and away, 1-0. So
Starts Erickson with a ball.
and off of third is Connor Brayla, who led off this inning with a leadoff double. Again, Erickson digging in from the right side of the plate. As it'll be a 1-0. Cal coming set. And a runner goes. Pitch is across the inside corner, of course.
So Cowan will move up to second on defensive indifference.
You didn't want to risk
The count runs to 1-1, a strike delivered by Hale.
score. You didn't want to fall for that old baby throw, almost double steal type tactic. The one thing it does do, though, it makes it much easier for a base hit to score 2 runs now. So Hal ready to go.
2 men in scoring position for the DoubleDays now.
Comes to 1-1.
Makes the situation even more dire for the Muckdogs. 2-1 now as another ball.
Make one more big important pitch. He's been doing it all season to this point for Batavia, and they could sure use one right now. As it's a 2-1 count. Runners now on second and third. Kellen off second and Brayla off third.
The 2-1 from Hale.
Being held on a near
Sent on the
base.
ground to shortstop.
Hit towards the shortstop.
Looked like it almost hit the runner. Nice concentration from Rodriguez. Went through the legs of the base runner, Cowan, who was advancing to third. Rodriguez, great concentration to field the ball, fire it to first for the final out of the sixth, and the score remains 2-1 Doubledays. Hale wiggles out of trouble once again. We head to the bottom half of the inning. Batavia coming to bat.
Make sure to check out Figueroa's Pizza, the best pizza in the entire universe!
Pellegrino Auto Sales, come find out why they've been chosen as Genesee County Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year. They're the #1 rated used car dealer in Batavia. Find them on the web at PellegrinoAutoSales.com. Muckdog Fans Auto Wash is award-winning and committed to providing the best car wash experience in the Finger Lakes. Go unlimited and become a club member today. Don't forget to ask about the Family Plan program and save even more. And Muckdog fans, remember, Whole Life Fitness is the official gym of your Batavia Muckdogs. Located at 624 East Main Street, Batavia. Make sure to stop in and see them for your membership today.
And we have another pitching change for Auburn. Now stepping onto the rubber is number 22, Brandon Matthews, a senior at Youngstown State University. He'll come on to, what the whole Doubledays hope is keep the score right here.
Leading on the bottom of the sixth for your Muckdogs, the shortstop, number 7, Caleb Rodriguez.
So Rodriguez, who made that fine play at shortstop to end Auburn's half of the sixth, wears the first pitch of the bottom half of the sixth to give Batavia a leadoff base runner. That's one way to start an inning when you trail by a run.
Left fielder tonight's Tully's hitman, number 18, Levi Aguilar.
Dwyer Stadium. Again, under the lights, packed house. Runner squares the bunt, but he's going to chop it foul behind the plate. 0-1.
So Aguila squared the bunt, but was unable to get it down. Rodriguez will stay put, and the count is 0-1.
And now turns and throws to first. However, nothing doing on that pickoff try. So Caleb Rodriguez is on first, taking a root, being held on there though.
Here's the 0-1 outside. Count now 1-1 to the Batavia leadoff man. Aguila is 0 for 1, reached on a walk, scored Batavia's lone run in the bottom of the third on Fry's RBI double. And there goes Rodriguez. Ball gets away from Auburn catcher Caden Cram, so Rodriguez will reach on the pass ball. 2-1 now to Aguila, and Batavia is set up with a golden opportunity to tie the game. Man in scoring position, nobody out for the Muckdogs here. In the bottom of the 6th, leadoff man at the plate. And he wears one.
And it looks like that ran in and drilled him in the back as well. So now first and second, nobody out. So this is an exciting, albeit very...
So 2 on, nobody out for the Muckdogs now on back-to-back hit batsmen. And Matthews certainly not doing his job in the early going here as he's hit the first 2 men he's faced. And that prompts a meeting at the mound.
Second baseman, number 24, Brian Fry.
They couldn't get there, and that allows the team to run to this point to score. So Fry coming up with an opportunity to really change the game here.
All right, so once again, Brian Fry presented a golden opportunity, but this time he squares to bunt. 2 on, nobody out. Coach Skip Martinez looking to advance 2 runners into scoring position, perhaps, but Fry has been swinging a red-hot bat tonight, a single and a double, and an RBI for the Medina grad. So the 1-0 to Fry gets the bunt down, and that's going to give him an opportunity for a base hit. Auburn trying to let it go foul, but it stops right on the chalk. What a bunt from Brian Fry. So Fry potentially being instructed to take the bat out of his hand and lay down the bunt, but he says, no, sir, I'll reach anyway, as he lays down the peach down the third baseline, stops right on the chalk. Auburn pitcher Brandon Matthews looked like he was trying to blow it foul to no avail, and Fry reaches, loads the bases with nobody out, and Tyler Canoe, the 3-hitter in the DH, steps to the plate. Batavia with a chance to break things open here. So 0-1. And that one drilled to left field, and it'll get down for a base hit. Here comes Rodriguez in to score. Aguila will score. Fry will stop at third. It's a 2 RBI single for Tyler Canoe, and the Dogs have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. It's now 3-2 Batavia. And boy, oh boy, what a rough outing for Matthews, who comes on, hits the first 2 batters he faces. Fry lays down the beautiful bunt down the third baseline, and then Canoe comes in to clean things up with the hard single to left field. So another pitching change for the DoubleDays. So no on for Auburn, Cole Braid, University of Louisiana Monroe freshman. In his first outing of the year, he pitched 1 inning in a 4-1 loss against Utica, allowed 3 earned runs on 2 hits and walked a couple. So Braid trying to stop the bleeding here for Auburn as the Muckdogs have struck for 2 to begin the bottom of the 6th. Rodriguez reached on a hit by pitch. Aguila on a hit by pitch. Fry the bunt single, and Canoe the 2 RBI base hit. Give a double on that? Single? So the official score here, Connor Beagle in the press box has awarded Canoe a 2 RBI double on that play. Generous scoring for sure, but Canoe certainly deserves as he drilled that ball to left field, hustled his way into second as Aguila and Rodriguez came around to score.
Next up for your Muckdogs, first baseman number 10, Daniel Burroway.
Batavia has 3 2 under the lights of Dwyer Stadium. So, back to business now as Daniel Burroway comes in with a golden opportunity to get Batavia even more of an advantage at this point. Once again, the infield comes in for Auburn, trying to cut off the run at the plate.
So Auburn has drawn the infield.
Here comes the first pitch. That is down and off the plate away. Nice job there by the catcher, Cram, to keep that in front of
It's
him.
Cram, a nice stop to keep that one in front of him and keep Fry from advancing from third. Burroway now at the plate, looking for his first base hit of the night. Popped out to second and struck out.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that is off the plate as well. 2-0 the count.
Quickly 2-0 to Burroway as Braid having trouble finding the plate.
Finding themselves in a real bind here is Auburn, as they have a new pitcher in the game, as Brady, the freshman from Texas, is in 2-0.
Breaking ball in there from Braid right down the middle.
And the count now
But no, ruled the ball. Tough to tell from up here. Looked good in there. Wonder where that one missed.
from Texas. He's not doing himself any favors.
So the 3-0 to Burroway.
From loading the bases again.
One more ball will load him up.
Pitcher of record for Auburn, giving up a couple runs, and he's responsible.
I pitch in there for a strike.
And now that pitch is called a strike at the knees across the inside corner. Looked like Burroway wanted to hit down to first. Home plate umpire told him not so fast. 3-1 the count. Again, digs in from the right side. Brady working from the set to pitch.
That one sent on the ground up the middle and through for a base hit. Fry scores.
2 more runs in the score.
Here comes Canoe. The Muckdogs increase their lead. It's now 5-2 Batavia.
Daniel Burroway and the floodgates of opening balls here in the home half of the 6th inning. Batavia with a 4th spot on the board, a crooked number. They now lead 5-2. It's their largest.
So Burroway, the 2 RBI single, scoring Canoe and Fry.
Veteran number 20, Alec May.
And Batavia has come alive here in the bottom of the 6th. It's now 5-2 Muckdogs. Still nobody out.
And that's going to draw a reaction from the crowd. You wonder if he's trying to go up and in, trying to intimidate a hitter. It's not going to work, especially with Mag, as it'll be a 1-0 from Brady. Working from the set pitch is off the plate, down and in.
So 2-0
So Batavia
now to Alec Mag.
much going offensively through the first 5 innings of this game. Tell it to him in the 6th.
So Matthews came on, struggled. Matthews hit the first 2 batters that he faced, and now Braid has come on, and the struggles have continued for the DoubleDays. 3-0 now to Mag.
And Mag going to dig in from the right
Burroway awaits on first following the 2 RBI single.
corner off of first is Burroway. Here comes the set pitch.
Break.
There's it inside again.
Looked like a flat breaking ball up near the head of Mag, and he'll take his free pass as Burroway advances to second. 2 on, still nobody out for the Muckdogs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Third baseman number 9, Jerry Reinhardt.
So here comes Reinhardt. Chance to really break this game open for the Muckdogs. Burroway is the man in scoring position. Mag awaits on first. Reinhardt at the plate. 4 runs already in for Batavia during the bottom half of the 6th as Reinhardt squares the bunt, but takes a ball low, 1-0.
You know, I'd say the roof will come off the plate, but obviously we're playing outside, so there is no real roof. As it's a 1-0 count, digs back in from the right side. Here comes the 1-0 again. Reinhardt pops up the bunt attempt, but that's going to go.
Reinhardt unable to get the bunt down there, evens the count at 1-1.
So again, it was 2-1 Auburn coming into this home half of the 6th, and Batavia, they've just taken that and ripped it right away from the DoubleDays. 4 runs in, still nobody out as they have batted around here. It'll be a 1-1. Reinhardt with the bunt, and that's going to go foul again. And now
So Reinhardt struggling to get the bunt down, runs the count to 1-2.
Bunt again, risking a strikeout. Normally, I would say play small ball and go with the bunt here. But given how much trouble Auburn has had even getting it out, I'm not sure I'd want to gift them one. I'd probably have Reinhardt swing away, but again, that's why I'm up here. Here comes the 1-2. We'll see what happens. Pitch is upstairs and off the plate, and the count is even.
So 2-2 now to Reinhardt.
Reinhardt again from the right side of the plate. It'll be a 2-ball, 2-strike delivery as Brady.
Reinhardt 0 for 2, struck out his last time up, also flew out to right field. That one's sent on the ground outside of third, and Reinhardt will stay alive.
Quick swing, good job with the hands, just moving it, just could not keep it fair, and that's a shame. I would have probably been easily at least 1 run, maybe even 2. Reinhardt digs back in from the right side of the plate.
The 2-2 to Reinhardt.
And it'll be a 2-2.
Outside, count runs full.
High and away, and now Brady.
So it was a good start to this ball game for the Auburn pitching staff, but it's
The bases.
come unraveled here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 hit batsmen to lead off the inning, and 4 runs have since crossed the plate for Batavia. 5-2 lead for the Muckdogs. As Braid takes a little bit of a break, a feigned pickoff attempt towards second base.
Burroway and Mag, who had a couple big hits in this inning, they are taking their leads off second and first, and again time is called. Brady really taking a long time. You can tell he is fighting it right now. He doesn't have great command, and he's trying to just stall and buy time. As it will be a 3-2, Brady finally comes set. And the pitch is downstairs.
Going low and in, Reinhardt works the walk. Bases are loaded. Once again, nobody out as Leadham steps to the plate.
Nobody out for the Muckdogs. And now, for all the times Auburn had a chance to put Batavia away, Batavia's got a real shot to put the DoubleDays away for good in this one. As bases loaded, nobody out. Josh.
So another call to the bullpen for the DoubleDays.
Bullpen, already the third pitcher.
So third pitcher in already for the DoubleDays. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. It's really gone sour for the visiting DoubleDays here tonight. We'll be right back after this short break.
That's how we've gotten to a
Muckdogs are back here at Dwyer Stadium tomorrow night, June 7th. 7:05 start versus the Jamestown Terps. It'll be ARC Globe Giveaway Night presented by the ARC. Call the Muckdog office 585-524-2260 for tickets. Be there and go Dogs. And fans, your attention please. Now pitching for Auburn, number 1, Eddie Rivas. Rivas now pitching for the DoubleDays. Next up for your Muckdogs, right fielder number 16, Josh Lito.
All right, so here's Josh Leadham with the bases juiced. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. 4 runs have already come in for Batavia, who entered the frame trailing 2-1. They now hold a 5-2 advantage over the DoubleDays, who have seen things come unraveled here. They have yet to record an out.
Auburn once again has a new pitcher on the mound. Digs in from the right side. First pitch coming home, and that's
New pitcher for the DoubleDays, Eddie Rivas.
And the new pitcher, it's Eddie Rivas. He is into the stand now for Auburn, as it will be.
And it's an 0-1 count
0-1 is the count.
to Leadham. And 0-2. Rivas already starting better than his predecessors during this inning.
The other guys had a hard time finding the strike zone. He's come in and hit the mitt both times for 2 quick strikes.
So Leadham will have to be aggressive here in the hole. 0-2.
From the first base side, Rivas toes it, the pitch.
That pitch drilled, but well foul over the home clubhouse on Denio Street.
Got a good piece of that. There was a fastball in the inner third, turned his hands in, and just unleashed. Just unable to keep it fair. As Rivas coming set, it will be an 0-2 pitch again to the righty swing Leadham. Playing right
So here comes the 0-2 to Leadham.
with a wide open stance. It will be an 0-2 again.
Pitch inside, just missed. 1-2 now.
Hopefully he can get the ball in the air and at least get a run in. Even if he can't, at least make the pitcher work and throw pitches. Kind of set it up, set the table for the hitters behind you. Next pitch is
1-2 to Leadham, fouled away, stays alive.
all right. Leadham is hanging in there. He's back.
Leadham 0 for 2 on the night, 2 ground outs, 1 to third, 1 to shortstop. Really a pull hitter, as you see on a couple of these foul balls.
Leadham awaiting another 1-2 pitch. 6th one of the at bat here coming. Rivas from the first.
Here's the 1-2 to Leadham.
And it'll be 1-2. Swung
That
on
pitch
it.
fouled
Again,
away.
gets a piece to stay alive.
Nice battle here
Down home.
from the Muckdogs right fielder.
The other significant thing about counting a long at bat like this, the longer it goes, the better the chance you have of the pitcher not being able to execute his pitch and maybe leave one right over the middle for the taking. As again, it'll be a 1-2 to Josh Leadham. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Equal with
Strike
fire.
3 to Leadham. A nice entry for Rivas. Retires the first man he faces via the strikeout. That's a Turnbull K.
Extra hitter number 29.
1 away here for the Muckdogs in the bottom of the 6th. Liam Ward steps to the plate with the bases full of dogs.
Just how they like to hear Batavia. Stands it again from the right side. Does Ward against the righty Rivas. Rivas ready to go. Ward from the right side. The pitch is right over the heart of the plate. 0-1.
First pitch
So used to being patient with the other
to
pitchers.
Ward in there for a strike.
You got to give him a lot of credit. He's coming in dealing strikes. Little surprising to see the Muckdogs not be quite as aggressive right now. You wonder if that'll change. Here comes the 0-1.
That pitch dribbled to third, coming in to make the play at home. Flips to first for 2. What a play by the DoubleDays to get out of the jam and end the bottom of the 6th. It all started with Michael Cervantes coming in to make the strong throw home to Caden Cram, who turned and fired to McKenzie at first for the double play to end the threat. Batavia strikes for 4 in the bottom of the 6th. We head to the 7th. It's a 5-2 Muckdogs lead.
We'd like to thank the Daily News for sponsoring tonight's game and tonight's Meet the Team event. Now let's send it down to the field to D-Dog for Northside Valley Promotion.
What's up, Muckdog Mafia? I've got Chris and Sebastian down here who's going to race some of our own diamond dancing in a wheelbarrow race. Are you guys ready? Set, go! And our diamond dancing wins. Let's give them a round of applause. And make sure to check out Northside Deli for some of the most amazing sandwiches in town.
All right, we're getting ready for the top of the 7th inning. Alex Hale remains on the hill for the Muckdogs, who lead at 5-2 over the Auburn DoubleDays. Give you a quick recap of how we got here. Cooper Erickson started the game by being hit by a pitch. Later came around to score on a sac fly off the bat of Kobe Stenson. That gave Auburn a 1-0 lead in the top of the 1st. Then in the top of the 3rd, Auburn struck again as Michael Cervantes reached on a 2-out single and later came around to score on a 2-out RBI single off the bat, once again, of Stenson. So Stenson, the 2 runs batted in for the DoubleDays. So it was a 2-0 Auburn lead before Batavia got one back in the bottom half of the 3rd. Levi Aguila walked with 2 outs and later came around to score on a RBI double off the bat of Brian Fry. That made it a 2-1 game heading to the 4th. Batavia was scoreless in the 4th and the 5th, but you just saw them strike for 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. It all started with a hit batsman, 2 hit batsmen to begin the inning, as Caleb Rodriguez and Levi Aguila were both hit by pitches. Brian Fry singled, and that set the stage for a 2 RBI double off the bat of Tyler Canoe, which gave Batavia a 3-2 lead. Daniel Burroway was next up for the Muckdogs. He delivered a 2 RBI single to increase Batavia's lead to where it stands right now at 5-2. Batavia did have the bases loaded to end the frame, but a nice outing from Eddie Rivas came in to quell the threat and send Auburn to the plate, trailing by 3 here in the top of the 7th. Leading things off for Auburn is Ryan Cesarini. He is 1 for 3 on the day, a single in the top of the 1st, followed by a strikeout and a flyout to right field. First pitch to Cesarini is a ball.
One thing is that was close to a half-hour inning for Batavia as they batted around. You wonder if Hal having to sit that long might affect his command. We'll see as the count is 1-0. Digging back in from the left side. Cesarini, here comes the 1-0 to the plate. And that is off the plate high and away as well, 2-0.
So 2-0 to Cesarini to begin the at-bat.
From the first base side. Because it's 5-2, he'll await a 2-0 offering. Now he'll look down the pitch. Is right over the heart of the plate in the count, 2-1. And on the scoreboard, it's going to be 5-2 for Batavia, 2-8-0 for Auburn. Again, going to dig it from the left side. It'll be a 2-1 delivery home from Carroll. And the pitch,
That one drilled up the middle, and that's a base hit for Cesarini. Leadoff base runner on for the DoubleDays to begin the top of the 7th.
And it's a leadoff single here in the top of the 7th inning.
Third baseman for 5, Michael Cervantes.
Exactly what we were talking about. With that long half inning being off, could the command start to go?
So Hale allows the leadoff base runner. He'll now face Michael Cervantes. He's reached base all 3 times he's been to the plate. He's hit by a pitch, singled, and then walked. He's also scored a run.
And here comes the pitch. And that is
Pitch downstairs for a ball.
1-0. Again, looking as on the scoreboard, that is now the 9th hit of the game for Auburn. If you're the DoubleDays, you got to be throwing your hands in the air at this point. You got 9 hits, but still only 2 runs. Give credit to Batavia for making the pitches that they needed to in critical spots. And now pick off the first, and they
Hale snap throw to first, not in time.
Nap in there, but he does get back in with the right-handed slide. As again, the count is 1-0 here, and Cervantes digs in from the right side. He'll wait a 1-0 offering, runner on first and nobody out. And here comes the pitch, and that is a breaking ball missing off the plate inside. You almost have to
So
give
2-0 now.
Academy Award for an acting job right there. He leaned back, but that looked like a pretty good pitch from up here. But that's why I'm not behind home plate, as the count is 2-0 and a runner on first. Again, throws the rubber from third base side, coming set. Hale delivers the 2-0. And that's high and away, but he gets the call there on the black. So it's 2-1.
2-1 now. A few questionable calls here from the home plate umpire. Muckdogs didn't like the second call, and Auburn didn't like the third call.
Again, digs in from the right side.
So 2-1 coming up to Cervantes. Nobody out, man on here for the DoubleDays as they look to work their way back from the 3-run deficit.
So 5-2 again. Our score. Hale trying, if nothing else, to get through the 7th inning. If he can get it to the 8th, that would be pretty important because then you're really setting up the bridge to Carlos Rodriguez. As it'll be a 2-1 on its way. And the pitch misses off the plate. And the strike zone's starting to get a little inconsistent right
So
now.
3-1 now to Cervantes.
As Hale taking a second, just to stroll behind the mound, trying to gather himself. You certainly don't want to walk the first 2 hitters and put the tying run at the plate. But we'll see if he can avoid that. It'll be a 3-ball, 1-strike offering. And now another throw over to first. So right now,
The snap throw to first. Looks like Hale doing his best to keep Cesarini close. Doesn't want him advancing easily into scoring position, but
overcome this rough start.
he could very easily allow him to do that by issuing a walk here if he's not careful enough.
Here comes the next pitch. Swung on and sit foul high in the air down the right field line. And the count now is ball. 3-2 is the count. Again, on our scoreboard, 5-2. Batavia leading this one. Buddy out.
So here's the 3-1.
1 pitch. Runner takes off.
Runner goes, fouled away.
Fouled away down the right
It runs the
field
count
line.
full at 3-2.
On there, and the count 3-2.
So Hale knew that the DoubleDays were up to something. Couple snap throws to first, and next thing you know,
If nothing else,
a steal attempt.
a bit of an at-bat on Hale. Now, with how many innings Hale has already worked, every pitch you can make him throw just absolutely critical as Auburn tries to come back in this one. And now they call time as the pitcher steps off. Once more, Cervantes going to dig in from the right side, righty on righty matchup. Meanwhile, Cesarini off first.
Here's the payoff pitch
Be a full count offering.
to Cervantes.
And now
But no, another snap throw to first, and this time, no, not in time.
no, he got back
Close.
in there.
Very close to a pickoff of Cesarini at first. Hale, quite the pickoff move for a right-hander. Quite the athlete to spin his body and throw accurately to first, but couldn't get him there.
Another big pitch on the way. Runner goes, 3-2 is
That
swung
pitch
on,
fouled
and
away.
another
The bat stays
foul
alive.
down the right field line. That's going to get out of play. So this continues to be a battle as it wages on. Again, we are later in the game. This is crucial PGCBL baseball action, folks. So you know nothing is going to come easy as the count remains 3-2. Again, digs in from the right side of the plate. And now they throw to first and again didn't get him.
Another snap throw to first. Another close pickoff attempt from Hale.
You gotta be thinking, what do we have to do to get him? It certainly has looked like that Cesarini has played with fire a couple times, and both times he's very fortunate he didn't get burned. As again, it'll be a 3-2. Well, they're keeping him close, and now the runner goes again, and that
Pitch
pitch
swung
is
on and
fouled.
fouled straight back.
Boy, Cesarini certainly getting his cardio in with all the dives back to first, and in addition to that, all the times he's had to be in motion only to have to go back again, as the count again remains 3-2. Again, gives up on the outer third, and Devontae stands in at the plate. Now they throw to first, but this time not even a tag fly. That was a little bit anticlimactic. This account remains 3-2.
It appears as if rain is starting to fall once again here at Dwyer Stadium. Experienced that pregame. Went away throughout the game, but it's back. Unfortunately for the fans not beneath the overhang here. So a lengthy at bat here from Cervantes. That one chopped over the head of Fry at second into right field, and 2 on, nobody out for the DoubleDays.
And there are runners on first and second, and nobody out. And that's the 10th hit of the game for Auburn. And now how big do those pickoff plays not being called out look right now? As the tying run comes to the plate in the form of number 25, Dylan McKenzie. That is going to be all for Alex Hale.
So that's going to be it for Hale. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. 2 men on. A call to the bullpen. We'll be right back.
They are. And if they do again, he should get an ovation. He came in and he got out of some tricky spots. And if he doesn't come in and get those outs, this is probably a totally different ballgame. So he should get a nice hand, and deservedly so. How about it for Batavia's own Alex Hale? And he is getting a nice applause as he comes on. A new pitcher going to take over, though, in a critical spot. Top of the 7th. No out. Runners on first and second. And Auburn has the tying run at the plate right here on Muckdogs Baseball Network. As we again are keeping it right here along Muckdogs Baseball Network. Pitcher continues to get loose now. Out there for Batavia. See who's up against him. Muckdogs again. They can find a way to get this win. Absolutely huge. Go to 3-1, 2-0 in the early home slate.
And your attention, please. Now pitching for Batavia number 77, Ryan Kinney.
And it's Ryan.
Kinney now pitching for your Batavia Muckdogs.
Ryan Kinney taking over from Winter Haven, Florida. He's a junior out of Xavier University of Louisiana. He's 6'5", 185 pounds, right-handed. And he will come out to continue to lead of Hale. As there are runners on first and second, and nobody out. So continuing to again is cast with
All right, so Ryan Kinney now on for the Muckdogs with rain falling at Dwyer Stadium. There's nobody out here in the top of the 7th. 2 men on for the Auburn DoubleDays as they trail by 3 here on Daily News Night.
was actually moving along pretty good in the first 5. So with all the different runs and pitching changes, it's really gotten a lot smaller here in this 7th inning. But we can't say there hasn't been a fair share of fun action. We've seen runs scored, we've seen big defensive plays, a little bit of everything on this game.
First baseman number 25, Dylan McKenzie.
Stepping in for Auburn, Dylan McKenzie. 2 singles on the night for McKenzie. Popped out to first his first time up and followed it up with 2 base hits his next 2 times at the plate. It does look as if the rain has stopped here at Dwyer Stadium. His first pitch from Kinney is a ball.
And now, you hate to say it, but if you're the Muckdogs, you're probably kicking yourself a little bit. You had bases low even after all those runs scored with nobody out, and you couldn't find a way to score more. And that's looming awfully big right now as that pitch is off the plate again, and the count now
2-0 now from Kinney.
So Kinney not coming in and throwing strikes. He's being besieged with the same type of command problems that Auburn did in the top half of this inning. Again from the first base side, runner's ready to go again on first and second. Pitch is off the plate, high and away, and Kinney is
3-0 from Kinney, 1 ball away from loading him up. We've seen a few relief pitchers here tonight from both sides struggle to come on and throw strikes. We'll see if Kinney can battle his way back here. 3-0 well outside, and that loads him up. So now what you want, if you're Batavia, you strike for 4 runs to take a 3-run lead, and now you have bases loaded, nobody out the very next inning.
Extra hitter number 3, Kobe Stenson.
Already has 2 runs. He's responsible for the runs driven in tonight for Auburn.
So Kobe Stenson, the run producer for the DoubleDays here tonight, steps to the plate. Did strike out looking his last time up, but a sac fly his first time, an RBI single his second time. Not sure what we have here.
The head coach, the manager for Batavia, talking with the home plate umpire. And now Martinez heading back to the dugout. Just looking to see.
So it's uncertain what the cause for the delay is right now.
Top of the 7th, but one thing we do know is that Auburn has.
As your attention please, now playing third base for Batavia, number 29, Liam Ward. Ward now third base for Batavia.
So Ward is now at third base. He was the extra hitter. He's taken over for Reinhardt.
We'll see why they took Reinhardt out of the game, but Liam Ward, number 29,
Middle of the inning, certainly a curious call. Must be something behind that. Not sure what the reasoning for that is way up here in the press box, but nonetheless, top of the 7th, nobody out, bases loaded. Kinney trying to work his way out of trouble, and his 5th straight ball since coming on in relief of Alex Hale.
not going to get it. 1-0.
Stenson
So on our scoreboard, 5-5.
going to get his team back into the game here.
9-0 for Auburn. And the pitch.
And Stenson wears that one, his 3rd run batted into the game. So it's now a 5-3 ball game as the DoubleDays inch their way back.
In the top half of the 7th. Now the tying runs are in scoring position. Lead run on base. Certainly not what Kinney wanted to do here. Walk and then a hit batter. But that is the case. And it's now 5-3 Batavia in the top of the 7th. Boy, how big does it look that in the last half inning, Rivas was able to come in and stop the bleeding at just 5-2. Right now, that's looking large as Martinez coming to the mound. And I wonder if that is going to be it for Kinney. A ton of pitching changes in this one. We're talking, in fact, it will be. So that is it for Kinney. Not expecting him to get an ovation off the mound as he walked one guy out of him. Although the Batavia crowd, they definitely stand behind their team through second day. So he does get a little bit of a cheer coming on. But Ryan Kinney is out and another pitching change.
So another pitching change here at Dwyer Stadium. Kinney has made his way off the mound. We'll see who the Dogs go to in his stead.
We have had
Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Bases loaded in a 2-run ball game.
and this top of the 7th alone. If you're having a hard time keeping track of all the different pitchers, don't blame me at all. Your scorecard's got to be getting pretty full at this point. As the bases still remain loaded with nobody out and another new pitcher coming in. I believe that is Looks like it might be number 4, Trey Bacon taking over. And it sure looks like number 4. Again, the third pitcher is coming in. Just putting it out, not being sure if you guys for a while. Big runs were scored. Auburn had to get up in the early. Didn't slip by answer. Only to watch Auburn now bring the lead run on base. Bases loaded and nobody out here at the top of the 7th. And indeed, Trey Bacon, it appears, is taking over. He's the 5'11" sophomore at Santa Fe College. He is a Tampa, Florida native.
And your attention please, now pitching for Batavia, number 4, Trey Bacon. Bacon now pitching for your Batavia Muckdogs.
Relation to the actor Kevin Bacon. He's going to try his fake, which maybe is faking. Yes, unintended accidentally. As they really are in a lot of trouble here. Top 7, 5-3 score in favor of the Muckdogs before they are clinging to it as hard as you can. Bases loaded and nobody out. As again, we are under the lights here at Dwyer Stadium in Batavia, and 5-3 is the score in favor of your Muckdogs.
Right fielder number 13, Blake Murray.
Back to business now. Auburn does have the lead run on base, and it is Blake Murray, number 13, right fielder Blake Murray at the plate.
So Trey Bacon comes on in relief
Side, lefty on righty.
of Kinney,
Bacon is a right-handed pitcher. So
hoping to stem the tide here
here is the
for the Dogs. That one drilled up the middle, and that's going to score 1, maybe 2. And it gets past Schrader in center field. That's going to clear the bases.
score easily, and then they
Or no, the runner stopped at third, and now
takes him out.
a potential double play opportunity. Brian Fry heads up defense, gets Batavia 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 2 runs come in to score. The game is tied at 5.
Hit the brakes. He slipped and fell. They had the presence of mind to tag him in the rundown. Threw home. For some reason, the runner on third decided to come to the
So
plate.
Murray
He had a catcher with a ball waiting for him. Applied the
with the
tag
single.
So it is
Stenson
single.
and McKenzie are thrown out on the bases,
We are tied at 5 in the top of the 7th. What a game.
while Cervantes and Cesarini came around to score.
So here we go. Next batter swung
So that ball hit off the bat of Murray, got through Schrader in center field. That allowed Cesarini and Cervantes to score. But as McKenzie was rounding third, the DoubleDays third base coach took a dive, hit the deck, and that did not allow him to signal McKenzie home. So McKenzie stopped on third. Stenson rounding second, thinking for sure he'd make it into third, was caught off guard with McKenzie still standing on the base, and both of them cut down for 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Boy, it sure looked like today. Inside there. And now they ruled that he did. He got
And strike 3 is called on the appeal for the final out of the top of the 7th.
drops quickly. He slides the tag out, and so the third out is recorded via the punch out.
No runners left on base.
Not a lot of words to describe that inning accurately other than crazy. So for Auburn, 3
So just a quick recap of what we just witnessed.
Take me out to the ball game.
time for the 7th inning stretch.
Cesarini, a single to lead off the inning. Cervantes, a single. That led to Alex Hale being pulled from the game. Dylan McKenzie walked. Kobe Stenson was hit by a pitch. And that led to Kinney being removed from the game. Then Blake Murray came on and delivered a 2 RBI single that got by Gavin Schrader in center field. It would have cleared the bases, but McKenzie, as he was rounding third, slipped I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at this, folks. Let's see here. Okay, so what we had Cesarini, a leadoff single. He later came around to score on the hit by pitch to Stenson. So that's where I went wrong. Then Cervantes, after Cesarini, reached on his leadoff singles. Cervantes singled. McKenzie walked. Stenson was hit by the pitch. Then Murray, the 2 RBI single. And with Stenson rounding third, the third base coach for Auburn hit the deck, and that led to a miscommunication. So Stenson, instead of rounding third and scoring, stayed on third. And then Murray, who had already made his way into second and was rounding hard, got caught off guard with Stenson still on third. So Murray retreated back to second. He was thrown out. And then Stenson took off for home, and he was thrown out before he reached home. So certainly a confusing sequence of events. I'm not even sure if I described it correctly. But boy, oh boy, it all amounts to a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 7th as 3 runs across for the DoubleDays in the top half of the inning.
Again, digs in from the left side of the plate. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed it.
1-0 to Schrader.
Get it all back on one swing, trying to whack it out of here. And he got nothing but air, 1-1.
He swings and misses at that one.
Again, the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch coming in from Rivas. And that is off the plate with it going away. 2-1 the count. And for Rivas, he really is an unsung hero in this game. Remember, bottom of the 6th base line, nobody out when Batavia was scoring, as that next pitch misses well off the plate up and in. 3-1 is the count. When Batavia was threatening to add on to their 5-2 lead, he got a double play and a strikeout.
So as I try to clean up my scorebook here, as I'm also trying to call the game, do the scoreboard and the camera here. It is now a full count to Schrader. And that one on the outside corner, Schrader down looking. That is a Turnbull K. The Muckdogs faithful not happy with that call. But you have to think on that ground ball that got by Schrader in center field, you have to believe the slick turf played a role in that one. The rain had just ceased. And sometimes that can play tricks on a fielder. You think a ball is going to bounce off the dry ground where it stays down on the soft, wet ground. And nonetheless, there was no harm, no foul, as it was kind of a miscommunication at third base between the third base coach who fell and the base runner for Auburn. And Batavia was able to escape that inning with the tie still intact, but boy, was that confusing.
With the knees bent, it'll be a 1-1 delivery, and it is a weak swing and a miss at a cutter that looked like it tied him up and in, really handcuffed him there, and the count 1-2. Once again, digs in from the right side of the plate. Rivas ready to go from the first base side, and it will be a 1-2 delivery.
Swung on and missed.
Right out of his cleats on there.
For the second out of this bottom of the 7th. Rodriguez down on strikes. Another Turnbull K. Now Rivas, who has come on and done good work for Auburn, 1 strikeout away from retiring the side via the K.
Next up for the Batavia, pitcher number 4, Trey Bacon.
So Trey Bacon is coming up to the plate on the right side. Here comes the first pitch. Bacon was on the hill and gave up that game-time wacky two-run single in the last half inning. Looking to atone for that here. First pitch is across the inside corner of the black.
First pitch in there for a strike.
Again, coming set, Rivas, the pitch is on the outside third, and the count 0-2.
0-2, and Rivas 1 strike away from striking out the side.
Credit to Rivas on the hill. He is working quickly here. And here comes the 0-2 pitch.
A broken bat, ground ball to third. And the Muckdogs are retired in order in the 7th. We head to the 8th. We're all tied at 5.
We got your hula hoop competition here to see who can do it the longest. We got 3 contestants. They're gonna hop on up, and whoever goes the longest will win a special prize. And if it goes too long, we might add some special instructions for you guys. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go! And we have our winner! Let's give a round of applause, everyone!
Fans this season, get yourself the latest Muckdog gear, hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, warm-ups, baseballs, and much, much more. Stop by the merchandise stand located right next to the concessions. And one final reminder, the Muckdogs are back here at Dwyer Stadium tomorrow night for a 7:05 start against the Jamestown Park Skunks. It'll be ARC Glow Giveaway Night presented by ARC. If you're interested in tickets, call the Muckdog office at 585-524-2260. Be there early and go Dogs! Leading off the top of the 8th for Auburn, catcher number 32, Caden Cran.
And so, leading off this top of the 8th inning, tied at 5, Auburn and Batavia. It is, you can see right now, it is the cleanup hitter, or check that, the catcher, number 32, Caden Cram.
Leading things off for Auburn here in the top of the 8th. The catcher, Caden Cram.
On the mound. Cram digging in, it'll be Cram, Gucci, and Cohen, 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. Pitch is down and off the plate, rolling away, 1-0 the count. On the scoreboard, 5-11-0 for Auburn, 5-5-3 for Batavia. Pitch is off the plate, down again a little bit away, 2-0 your count. It will be a 2-0 coming from Bacon. Brady on righty. Pitch just missed off the plate a little bit in. And Bacon can't believe that one. The count 3-0. Again, Cram digging in from the right side of the plate. 3-0 is this time he gets the call across the outside corner. At the knees, 3-1. Cram again from the right side of the plate. 3-1 on its way.
3-1 skied into the air behind home plate and foul.
Fouls as it goes out of play, and the count now 3-2. Again, top of the 8th inning, and 5-5 is our score here at Dwyer Stadium. Cram again from the right side of the plate. The pitch is on the outside corner.
Full count, and that's a Turnbull K.
He went down the first baseline.
Cram down looking for the first out of the 8th.
He is gone on strikes, 1 away. So 1 now, no one on here is Dominic Guccia standing in from the right side. Here comes Bacon coming set. The pitch is well off the plate high and away, and the count 1-0.
So 1-0 to Guccia.
Right side. Guccia
1 out here in the top of the 8th.
offering, and that is off the plate just a bit inside, and the count 2-0. Again, Bacon probably wanted that call, but as it stands, 2-0 is our count right now. Standing in from the right side pitch. Swung on and fouls it back. And the count
2-1 now to Guccia.
Again, Guccia from the right side. The other way, a 2-1 from Bacon. And that is looked out. Upstairs inside, ducked out of the way of it. Went off the glove of Mag and to the backstop. 3-1 our count. Big at bat in this game. Dominic Guccia.
It's 3-1 count now to Guccia. All square at 5 here in the top of the 8th. 1 out. Bacon trying to work it clean. Top half of the frame. That pitch in there for a strike. Runs the count full.
One thing this whole plate umpire he has been consistent about. He's giving that low outside corner, and it continues to surprise hitters. But again, 3-2. And here comes payoff. Pitch swung on. Shot.
And one. Dribbled to short. Rodriguez throws it over the first baseman's head all the way to the fence, and that's going to allow Guccia to reach. A 1-out base runner for the Doubledays here in the top of the 8th.
Error of the night for Batavia. They made 2 the other night here against Elmira. So defense is something they're struggling with a little bit. Rodriguez got a little too excited there. He had it clearly.
Second baseman number 8, Zach Allen.
And the wind took hold of that throwing.
Here's Cowan to the plate now for the Doubledays.
Guccia coming to the plate now from the left side. And the pitch is swung on and grounded foul as it's Guccia that reaches on the error. Cowan is the one that's at the bat now. The count is 0-1. Cowan digs back in again. Meanwhile, it's Cooper Erickson that's on deck. As Cowan from 0-1. Here's the pitch. A
Check swing right back to Bacon. Fires to second. No throw to first for the potential double play, but 2 away here in the top of the 8th.
He had to be off the mound quick, had to make a strong throw from the third base side, and was able to make
Shortstop, number 16, Cooper Erickson.
Big play, 2 away, and meanwhile reaching first on the fielder's choice is Cowan, and back to the top of the card you go, number 16 shortstop, Cooper Erickson. He'll dig in from the right side.
So here's Erickson now to the plate with 2 outs. Bacon looking to get out of this without the Doubledays taking the lead.
So now the official back score 5-5 and 4 for Batavia, 5-11 and 0 for Auburn. And
The 1-0 swung on and
Rodriguez
grounded to shortstop, and Rodriguez another error, but he throws to third, and that one in the dirt gets away from Ward. And now the Doubledays have 2 men on, both in scoring position with 2 outs due to Rodriguez's second error of the frame.
It's probably going to be the second error of the inning on Rodriguez. It is. And now it's second and third with 2 men out, and Auburn a golden chance to retake the lead once again. In the
Center fielder number 10, Ryan Cicerini.
So Ryan Cicerini coming to the plate, and he's one of the leaders in RBIs on this Auburn team. They like seeing him come to the bat. The Muckdogs, not so much right now, as he stands in from the left side. Bacon, we'll see if he can.
So 2 on, 2 out. Bacon looking to wiggle his way out of trouble, pull a little bit of a Houdini act here. Fields fires the first, gets the job done, and the tie remains 5-5 heading to the bottom of the 8th. Here come the Muckdogs, looking to take the lead.
What's up, Muckdog Mafia? We got some TS Brown jersey over here. I got Bing with me looking to win some prizes here. So we have got the question for you. What does the city of Auburn, or who does the city of Auburn think invented baseball? Is it Craig K. Baseball, B. Admiral Abner Doubleday, C. Henry Cooper, or D. Alex Rodriguez?
Yeah, Doubleday.
What do we think? Is it Doubleday, fans? That is correct! And you have won your prize. Let's give him a round of applause!
Fans of the Muckdogs organization asks that you please help keep Dwyer Stadium clean by picking up your trash on the way out of the ballpark and placing it in one of the receptacles located on each exit of the ballpark. As always, thank you for your help. Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning for Batavia, the second baseman, number 24.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 8th, Batavia will send Brian Fry to the plate. Fry has done plenty of damage here tonight, scored a run, an RBI, and 3 base hits, including a double. This is the man Batavia wants at the plate to begin the bottom of the 8th as they look to take the lead heading into the top of the 9th. Rivas still in there for Auburn as he deals high to Fry.
And Rivas still on the mound. He shut down the Muckdogs in the last half inning. We'll see if Batavia gets something going off them this time around. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Fry, Canoe, and Burroway. Next pitch is swung on.
That one looped into left field, and it drops for a base hit, and it gets by the left fielder. Fry on his horse. He's rounding second, but he'll stay right there with a leadoff double.
Stop right there as they recovered and got it back in.
Brian Fry, 4 for 4, 2 doubles. What a night for the Medina High School graduate.
On the left fielder that allows him to go to second, but regardless, it's going to be a hit. So there is no error. They are scoring it a double.
So Fry puts his team in position to take the lead here in the bottom of the 8th as Tyler Canoe steps to the plate. A 2 RBI double his last time up. Drilled it into left center field. We'll see if he can do the same thing here in the bottom of the 8th.
So here comes Canoe to the plate. Runner on second, nobody out. Here comes the pitch, and that is off the plate inside, and the count 1-0. But Fry, that's what makes him so good. Again, we talked about his ability to hit it the opposite way. He just flicked it in there to left like it was nothing.
So 1-0 to Canoe with Fry in scoring position. Breaking ball, 1-1 now. Nice breaking ball in there from Rivas.
Ball in there beautifully, and the count is even, 1-1. As Tyler Canoe again digs in from the right side of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike offering to come from Rivas.
1-1 to Canoe. That one fouled away. Now 1-2.
Scorcher right off the bat of Canoe, and he can hit those almost like those Dave Winfield line drives.
And here comes the rain once again at Dwyer Stadium.
Again, it's the right side of the plate. That was a screamer that time. Rivas ready to go from the first base side, and now it's raining.
And boy, this is the hardest rain we've seen come down tonight. Breaking ball popped up to the right side, camping under it, and making the play is Auburn first baseman Dylan McKenzie for the first out of the bottom of the 8th.
Back to second is Fry. And you wonder if the rain keeps coming down the way it is right now.
Left fielder, first baseman, number 10, Daniel Burroway.
With 1 gone and the runner still on second. Here comes the cleanup hitter. It is the first baseman, number 10, Daniel Burroway. Burroway digs in right side of the plate.
So here's Burroway, also a big part of Batavia's 4-run bottom of the 6th inning. A 2 RBI single off the bat of Burroway as he looks to score Fry from second here. First pitch to Burroway is a strike.
And now the game since has taken a lot of twists and turns
And time is called.
Rivas took too long to come set at the bell. And so now Burroway will stand back in. Rivas completely unfazed out there. He just stayed right in his motion. As he whirled and tried to almost pick the runner off at second and Fry, but nothing happening there. Digging back in from the right side. As Burroway in at the plate. Fry off.
Burroway awaits the 0-1.
And here comes the pitch.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
12-6 curveball in there. Nice cutting edge as it went for the top, and then the bottom just dropped completely out of it, and the count 0-2. Once again, digs in from the right side. Runner on second with one out. And here comes the 0-2 pitch on its way.
0-2 just off the outer half. 1-2 now.
Line just missing the black by a hair, and the count 1-2. Once more digs in from the right side of the plate. He'll stand back in again. He'll await
The 1-2 to Burroway.
and that's
Grounds it to the right side, and it gets away from the first baseman. Took a bad hop just before it reached his glove as McKenzie let it get away. Burroway reaches, and there's now runners on the corners with one out here in the bottom of the 8th.
one out. All he has to do is hit a ball to the outfield, and he could give the
So a sac fly will get the job done for Batavia here as they look to break the deadlock. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Rivas has done a nice job. But one base hit away from taking the lead are the Muckdogs.
As the first baseman McKenzie just booted it. First and third, one out. Here is Mag from the right side of the plate against the righty throwing Rivas. Runner going to stay out of double play. First pitch a strike. They threw to the shortstop.
And Auburn tried the cutoff play as as Canoe took off.
It's runners on second and third with one out. You wonder now.
As Burroway took off,
Double play possibility, whether or not you see Auburn just load the bases here to set force out.
So Burroway reaches on defensive indifference. Fry remains at third, so 2 men in scoring position for Batavia now. A huge at-bat for Alec Mag.
1 is off the plate, upstairs in tight, 1-1. Mag again from the right side. We mentioned what he was able to do against Elmira in the home and home to open the season. We'll see if he can come through with something big here and give Batavia the lead. As the infield comes in for Auburn, pitch
That one
upstairs
high and tight.
and the count 2-1.
Count runs to 2-1 on Mag.
That one up in his kitchen, 2-1 the count. Mag again gonna dig in from the right side with the knees back. Back.
Mag 0 for 2 with a walk.
And that is
That pitch catches the outside corner, 2-2.
of a call there, as that changes the complete complexion. It could have been 3-1, now it's 2-2. But again, the umpire
Most of the crowd is dissipated here at Dwyer Stadium, but those who have stuck around hoping for a big hit hear from Alec Mag. 2-2 count, 1 out, 2 men in scoring position for the Muckdogs.
situation. Pitch is
That pitch just a little bit low, count runs full.
maybe a little low, and the count is run full. Give Mac a lot of credit for taking that one. That takes a lot of discipline. Not so sure I would have in a situation like that. As the count is run full, and now time is called. So it could all come down to this. Game hanging in the balance. Bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 5. Runners on second,
Payoff
third,
pitch
one
coming up to
out.
Mag from Rivas.
Is on the mound. Right
1 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Batavia.
2 men on.
Taking their lead.
Tie ball game 5-5.
Payoff pitch.
Mag looking for the big hit.
Go, here it is. Swung on in a high
That one lifted into left field. Is it deep enough to get the run in?
run in. Left
Fry tags. He's on the run, hustling for home, sliding in. He is safe. Batavia has taken a 6-5 lead here in the bottom of the 8th on the sac fly off the bat of Alec Mag. Brian Fry scores. Burroway to third, and Batavia has the lead.
And what a way to get the job done. Absolutely clutch. At this point, that's really what Alex Mad's nickname should be. Come up with
Left fielder, number 9, Barry Reinhardt.
So now Reinhardt steps in, 2 away, still a man in scoring position as Burroway is 90 feet away.
they're looking for more.
6-5 ball game. Batavia has taken the lead.
On the right side of the plate, first pitch.
A pitch in there for a strike.
It's Reinhardt, and it's 0-1 to count. So Reinhardt seeing if he can get that insurance run. Now the question is, who is Batavia going to have come on to close it? You wonder if it's going to be Carlos Rodriguez. He's done a good job so far this season.
That pitch drilled to second base for the final out of the bottom of the 8th. But Batavia gets the run that they need. We head to the top of the 9th. Batavia looking to salt this one away.
Let's take it to the 9th. Last chance for Auburn. Stay tuned, folks. Batavia 6, Auburn 5 on the Muckdogs Baseball Network. Welcome back here to Dwyer Stadium in Batavia. 6-5 Batavia, folks.
Leading off the top of the 9th for the DoubleDays.
And it's the
Third baseman, number 5, Michael Cervantes.
to close it out. However, leading off this top of the 9th in a big spot. 6-5-5 for Batavia, and it is 5-11-1.
All right, here we go for the top of the 9th. Batavia looking to secure the 1-run victory. Bacon remains on the hill for the Dogs.
Down and away, and the count 1-0. So Batavia 3 outs away. We'll see if they can do it to lock down their second home win to open 2-0 on the home slate. Pitch off the plate high and away, and the count
So
now
2-0, the count starts to Auburn's
This is a little bit of an ominous beginning here.
Michael Cervantes, the 3-hitter.
But he can still work
Has
his
reached
way
base
back
all
into
4 times he stepped at the plate. A hit batsman, another hit batsman now. He's now reached 5 straight times tonight. A hit batter, a single, a walk, a single, and another hit batter. My goodness.
Has a big opportunity to atone for the error that allowed
Leadoff run around for Auburn, and Batavia calls for time.
So we'll see if he can do it. And now a trip to the mound. And remember, Batavia, they had the lead in the 9th inning yesterday, could not hold it, and ended up losing. You'd hate to see them suffer this kind of fate again, especially after they worked so hard to get back into this one and take the lead. As the score again is 6-5 in favor of Batavia here in the top half of the 9th inning. 25, Dylan McKenzie.
First baseman, number 25, Dylan McKenzie.
Side as Cervantes taking his lead off first.
So here's McKenzie with 1 on, nobody out in the top of the 9th.
Cervantes over at first. And the pitch is yanked down and away, 1-0. And you don't know if Bacon may be tiring here or
Bacon laboring a bit to begin the top of the 9th.
in either case.
Snap throw to first, not in time.
The count's 1-0. Again, gonna look in and get the sign. As it'll be a 1-0. Swung on, popped him up.
That one
And
popped
shallow
up
right
behind
on the
first.
right
Fry on the run,
on the
but he can't make the
get
play.
there. As that was a great effort, as three fielders for Batavia just took off in an absolute track race to try and get there, especially the second baseman, that's Fry. He couldn't get there though. On a play, count 1-1. So again, 6-5-5 on the scoreboard for Batavia, 5-11-1 for Auburn. Here comes the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch. Runner goes for second, and the pitch.
That
is
one
out
popped up
of
behind home plate. Mag ranging, but running out of room as it hits the top of the grandstand here. 1-2 now is the count.
It gets out of play.
And rain has
As they had the runner go,
resumed here.
looked like they were trying to hit and run. To try and set something up here on the top of the ninth. That's what you got to do down to your last 3 outs. Again, going to dig in from the right side of the plate. It is McKenzie, Denise Bet, and Cervantes taking the lead off first, being held on very tightly.
Big pitch coming from Bacon. 1-2.
Two is
Fouled
swung
away.
on again, slashes it foul down the right field line. So you can tell, like we said, in this league, nothing ever comes easy. And Batavia, they're the Muckdogs. They like to work. Well, they're going to have to scratch and grind to get these last 3 outs against DoubleDays. And now they throw back over to first, but
Another snap throw, not in time.
as the count again is 1-2. The righty swinging McKenzie is at plate. That Cervantes is off at first. Bacon getting the sign, and it'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Looping.
That one upstairs runs the count even to 2-2.
And the count is even at 2-2. McKenzie digs back in from the right side. Once again, Bacon is ready to go. Working out of the stretch. Coming set at the belt. Turns and keeps an eye at the runner over on first.
The 2-2.
Pitch.
Breaking ball in there, strike 3. That is a Turnbull K for the first out of the top of the ninth.
He rings up number 25, McKenzie. He's gone. And Batavia so close.
Back to number 3, Kobe Stenson.
As it's now number 3, Kobe Stenson.
So Stenson, who has had a big night,
Has had a couple RBIs.
3 RBI on the night,
On a hit by
sac fly, a single, and a hit batsman.
in one situation with
Looking to do further damage here as Cervantes awaits on first base with 1 out.
the plate.
Batavia 2 outs away from escaping with this victory.
Runner goes. Swing.
Runner goes. Throw is low on the ground, and Fry unable to get the tag.
Even though it was a very low throw, a great
Fry thought the tag was there,
shot in there, and so the tying run is now about a single.
and now Auburn's third base coach coming down looking for an explanation.
Looks like he is talking with one of his players. And then
And he's out.
they called him out.
The base runner is out.
Originally they said safe, and now they're calling out. Trying to figure out.
And the Auburn coach is incensed,
And you could see Auburn
unsure what resulted in that call. Originally, Cervantes was ruled safe, and then the call changed to out
they said he's
as he was caught stealing, perhaps lost contact with the base.
that has to be what it
Batavia will take it. They're 1 out away from a win.
But I can't really see any other reason why they would call him out, but they did after initially ruling him safe.
Batter interference on the throw.
So they
Oh,
said
so they have not ruled him out. They have
they
sent
don't rule him out,
Cervantes
they make him
back
go
to
back
first. So a lot of confusion here at Dwyer Stadium as Cervantes has been sent back to first
So
after the batter interference on the stolen base.
interference, which doesn't mean the runner is out, but he has
So
to
still
go
1
back to
out.
first.
Cervantes on
And
first.
The batter is out.
Oh,
There
the
are 2
batter
outs.
is out.
Next pitch is
My
swung on,
goodness.
and it's
We are confused up here in the
So,
press box.
the batter is out.
So Stenson ruled out for batter interference.
So, it all comes
And now Blake Murray to the plate with Cervantes remaining on first.
1
Check swing. Nothing doing.
Did not. Everybody in the stadium wanted that out call. They didn't get it. So, again, Auburn stays alive. They say the last strike and final out is always the hardest to get, and I think that's holding true right now. As it's 1-2, 2 outs, runner still on first. And again, the lefty at the plate is number 13, Blake Murray, against the righty, Bacon. The pitch
1-2 to Murray. Fouled away. He stays alive.
down the left field line, and the count holds 1-2. So let's see if we can get the out. The fans here in Batavia, the last of them, are on their feet, hoping to get this final strike and the final out, and it would be huge if they could, and this would be a heck of a win. And the pitch is high and outside. They have to hold. Right now they still didn't get it, and the count is even.
2-2 now.
Once again,
Bacon looking to seal the deal here,
toes the rubber from the first base side.
here for the Muckdogs.
This is great baseball, folks. This is why you. When
2-2
you
from
miss
Bacon.
baseball, you miss
Fouled
a lot,
away.
and the 2-2 is swung out and popped up, but that's going to get beyond the screen foul, and the count holds 2-2. Again, this is exactly why you should come down to the ballpark and buy tickets and see why the Muckdogs are so good. I mean, every night their games have been very entertaining, and this one.
Here's the 2-2 from Bacon. 2 out here in the top of the ninth. Batavia looking to seal the deal on what they hope is a one-run victory. That pitch in the dirt gets away from Mag, and the runner moves up to second.
Moving up to second is Cervantes.
So full count now as Cervantes moves up on the pass ball. We'll call it a wild pitch.
Gotta give Murray credit. He's hanging in there, and instead of 1-2 now it's
So 3-2, 2 outs. Bacon on the mound, Murray at the plate. The Muckdogs holding a one-run lead,
again digs in from the left side,
looking to escape with a victory here tonight on Daily News Night at the stadium.
and it'll be a full
The payoff pitch.
here. The 3-2 about to come in.
As Bacon steps off.
Time is called. You figured that might come. Bacon's probably going to be very, very careful about this.
So it's been a back-and-forth game here tonight. Auburn began with a 2-0 lead. Batavia came back, a tie, and now Batavia looking to seal the deal.
Foul outside of
But Murray fouls it away.
on 3-2. Murray again stands in from the left side of the plate. Well, if you love baseball, folks, you have to love a game like this. Nail biter right to the end, even with all the twists.
So it all comes down to this. 3-2, Bacon to Murray. Muckdogs protecting a one-run lead, and Bacon records the Turnbull K to clinch the victory for Batavia. 6-5, the Muckdogs are your winners over the Auburn DoubleDays. What a game here on Daily News Night at Dwyer Stadium. The Muckdogs improved to 3-1, a red-hot start to the season for Batavia. My name is Alex Brasky. Thank you for joining us on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.
Winning pitcher tonight's game is Freddie Bacon.